Do the thing with Steve. Tweet the stream. We didn't give Lola the link. Hello, everybody.
What's going on?
Oh, by the way, I'm not a hacker. I avoid that term because people decide their own what it means, and it never winds up being a good thing in my case. It's okay.
Check the Discord because I did my job.
Okay, Lola, check Discord. Well, it's too late to change it. But the thing is, I apologize, and please don't hurt us. If you hurt anybody, hurt Steve, for he is Canadian and he can take it.
Yeah. I'm a good sport.
Yes. Aura will be on in a little bit. No worries. I'm just tweeting out the stream. And yes, I know that I need to tweet the streams, everybody. I got this. Maybe. How is everybody doing? It looks like we got some people waiting. And we already have a dislike on the stream. I know who that must be. One of our #1 fans. I love your name. Whose name? Lola, Crow, or Saint Eve DeLive? Or resting bitch face?
I just got the Saint Eve thing because like my first 2 letters is ST for Saint, and then Eve. I didn't.
How many veggie milkshakes do you take, man?
I was like in the middle of the day today. I was like, oh.
It finally made sense. Why do you think he was calling you that?
I don't know. I don't know what.
You're good.
I just realized my mic was like way down.
Well, fine. I didn't think Jack Frost was a popular name. That's why, or a cool name. That's why I call you Billy Bob instead. Crow's a cool name, though. All right, we're just waiting for everyone to come on. Really, man? Already with the milkshakes? Oh,
yeah,
we haven't even gotten started. It's gonna be a popular night for you.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping on it.
Oh wow, what's this? Akila Hughes. I think she's funny. Like not seriously. I mean, I think that she's really stupid, and it makes it very funny.
I don't know who that is. Akila Hughes.
She sued Sargon of Akkad, and she kept bragging about how she was going to take all of his monies, how she was going to destroy him, all the shit, and yeah, she got like demolished in court.
Didn't like Anita Sarkeesian try to do that shit too?
Yeah, but like I actually can't remember what happened with Anita Sarkeesian's case. But the thing was, Akila Hughes for like the entire time was talking about how she was going to take all his money. Was like publicly tweeting about what she was going to do with it, like all that shit, right?
Oh yeah.
And so it became pretty clear at a certain point that she wasn't doing it to defend any sort of copyright. She was just being vindictive.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only so much, and that's the thing. Like, they just showed her own statements and used that against her, and it was just got demolished. It was really bad. I think it's funny because she came back today and she's talking about how if you are a racist, if you've ever been a racist, if you've ever promoted racist content, it doesn't matter if you apologize because you benefited from your racism. Like, yeah, people are willing to apologize. Like, you should hear them out. It's like the whole thing with Sen, right? Like, he said some shit to me, but if the guy walks it back, right, then he doesn't do it anymore. Like,
well, if no one forgives anyone, where does that leave us?
Yeah, I mean, right? That's kind of like a sad fucking world, right?
Yeah, it's the people who don't even want to apologize that are like, what the fuck, man?
Oh man, I don't think people think about that. I mean, it's easy to just get into your own headspace on these things, right? Anyways,
to be fair, I didn't apologize to like Repzilla, so maybe I should fucking take my own advice. But whatever.
Well, I mean,
chance.
Well, I mean that makes sense though. I might do a little more than go off. Lola, what does that comment mean?
It means that you're going to discover whenever I get mad, I get an accent. And it's not voice acting.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What happened? Did something happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it just me who can't hear?
No. Let's just ease into it.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to dip out and come back. I don't know. I can't hear anything.
Okay. Yeah. Head on and hop back in.
Okay.
Yeah. Fix your speaking spell.
I was gonna say you were in the perfect position because you were sandwiched in between your avatar and Steve making that face. It just looks so funny. It just looks so funny. How are you doing tonight? You know, other than
I'm big mad. And I'm drained.
oh shit. Well, I apologize.
I just put more makeup on so you can't tell. I mean, that's the magic of not having eyebrows. You just draw them on higher, and people don't know you're tired.
Well, I don't have that benefit, so I drank like 3 Bang energy drinks today, which I hear is very unhealthy, but you know, it's that gym life.
I just take speed. It has my name on it, so it's okay.
Okay. Well, I mean that works. All right, Steve's back. Hold on. I got to do this. There we go.
Oh, Christ.
The brothers.
Hold on. I'm doing grenadine with Coronas because someone pointed this out to me. It fucking tastes delicious.
I'm just drinking rum.
What? It's beautiful.
I didn't. Oh. Oh, God. Okay.
What's a bloody Jose?
There's just first off, Corona is like me drinking a real beer and then peeing in a bottle.
Basically, yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I used to be rather picky about my because I one of the jobs that I had before, whenever I actually worked like with other people in an environment, was I worked at a microbrewery. And
that's fun.
Yeah, and that was enjoyable. Yeah, it was all right. I did end up getting like a $50 tip from a table because I chugged a pint in 6 seconds.
Nice. Fucking nice.
Yeah, it was really hot outside and there was an extra beer and I just downed it.
Someone asked an important question. Is this stream SFW? No, it is not. As you can see by that very tiny thumbnail, it is an NSFW stream tonight.
Yeah.
And also because we were doing updates and Aura is just amazing at shit that I'm terrible at. There's one other image. Let me see if I can get that uploaded for everybody. We got some stuff in the works. Let me just get through the basic stuff before we jump into anything. We are going to be updating how we do the Patreon callouts. We'll do like a little graphic for the patron members because, you know, that's what we should have been doing from the start. So I apologize because that is 100% on me. Let's see here. Okay. The Teespring store, we'll do the updates for that moving forward so that we'll actually have the merchandise. I'm going to individually price out everything. I try to just be super lazy because, you know, I admit I get pretty lazy. And gosh, where is this going to? If only Aura were here, he could do all this stuff for me.
What?
I'm gonna because it's actually relevant to what you guys are talking about,
Yes.
and I just want to shill myself because I deserve that, frankly, after everything. I do graphic design for really, really cheap.
Really?
Yeah, for like peanuts.
Oh, I can afford
There you go.
peanuts.
Yeah, like
If
just
you
like
need
a
some
few
graphic design.
Yeah, like a few bucks for things because I do it really quick.
Well, I would see. Here's the thing. Sorry. He got this very nice graphic for us. I'm trying to find it on the computer, but every single time I download it from Discord, it immediately just starts auto playing it, and I can't find the image anymore. Ugh, gosh.
You're auto playing an image?
No. I'll show you what it is here in just a second. As soon as I can locate the damn thing. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, I also I'm gonna start off by because I found that this might be a perfect opportunity to actually demonstrate that I know how to computer.
Please.
So I was going to share some things, like videos that I had planned out but didn't get around to doing, and now they're not really as relevant, but they're still entertaining. Because one of the things I like doing is I like going on the deep web, but I go there for data leaks.
Wait. The deep web is in the dark place that mortal men must never go?
Yeah, I mean, it's where all those where all the red rooms are and people come kidnap you.
I didn't need to know that. I'm terrified.
That doesn't exist. So it's always I've never found
Crow, I can
an
afford you.
actual
Clip
red
that. I can't afford her. She's $10 a fucking minute.
What's he saying?
That's if I talk dirty.
Okay, what if you just talk mildly mean to me, but not dirty, just mean?
Just me?
So like, is it just like $5 a minute or something?
No, it wouldn't be nearly that much. I would actually
nice.
have like a separate line for those that were like regulars of mine that wanted to chit chat, and it was like $2.50 a minute.
No, I'd need at least a little bit of sass thrown in.
Oh no, well, I mean, I threw sass in. Like that's always going to be there. That's just how I am.
Okay, I think I can afford that.
That's just how it exists. So yeah, I was going to do it whenever there was the whole data leak of all of the usernames and passwords for the CDC and the Gates Foundation, and what else do I have? World Bank. There's some NIH, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, usernames and passwords all got leaked, and I have them.
For wait, what?
There was a data breach for a bunch of for the CDC, the World Health Organization.
Oh, the CDC. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I heard it. That was a while ago, wasn't it?
Did you say that's good?
A couple months ago. Yeah.
How is that good?
Well, did you know about it?
No, but how is that a good thing?
It's not like super public. So what are you gonna do with it? You're just gonna say some shit?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I mean, about a few hours after it happened, they're going to do a whole big reset anyway. So it's not like people really had access for very long. Like it wasn't particularly that effective. But
it's not like WikiLeaks gets its info shit. It's good, girl. It's good. Information's good for the world.
Yeah, I mean, info's info. You can always use it for something. I made a list of my favorite passwords.
Okay.
My favorite password is black guy who ain't black. That's someone's password.
That's fucking brilliant.
That is someone's password that has a lot of power in something.
Is that Sean King's password?
Sean, I don't know.
Some people know.
No.
Some people know it.
Yeah.
The people in this list, the word password as password was found to be like 49 or 50 times.
Okay, well then they're just even I know I'm not the brightest person. I'm not the most secure person, but even I know that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Or some people have the password of internet was a password. Network was a password. The phrase LinkedIn password is someone's password. But
smart.
Yeah, it was smart. So this made me really worried. I'm like, okay, cool, we're all gonna die. But here's what you can glean from this though, is the usernames in it. That's gonna help identify somebody. And the thing is like, oh, well, if you just get somebody's username, that doesn't really do, it's going to do too much. I'm like, well, yeah, but you already know where they work.
Ooh.
So
that's true.
So whenever I explain to people kind of what it is that I do, it's more than Googling. There's a bit more that goes into understanding data and what I find. Are you guys eating dinner?
No.
I think Crow probably is. Maybe.
Oh, all right.
Having a snack.
All right. We're just snacking here. Okay.
I always eat dinner on stream. It's the only time I can eat.
That's all right.
I spent an hour today making chicken piccata and I'm going to enjoy my chicken piccata.
Oh, okay. All right. You do that. All right. So you can. I was talking about the usernames and such and everything. So I
Yes.
gave somebody an exercise to do. I gave them an email, and I said, "Find the son of that person."
Okay.
And basically, that's what I do. I have the ability to extract way more out of information than most people. And it's just, it's most of it's common sense to me, but it's because I've kind of thought this way for a really long time.
I mean, so the thing is, we live in a world where all those people, knowing that they were just compromised, will change their password from password to password 1.
Yeah. Probably.
The smart ones do password 2.
Well, the thing is, okay, here's the other thing, is that it's not like these are emails that are going to go to a mail server. So it's not like you just go to Gmail and you just use them and log in or whatever. You have to actually find like the specific credentials for like an SMTP server and like the login for that. Like you have to have these things lined up in a particular way, or you have to access it like in a particular way. So it's not like you can just easily get there. And plus these people have got to have like, 2-factor off. So the likelihood of really getting around anywhere is pretty slim in the first place. They're not really going to be used, but you can still find some interesting things from it. And here's what I did with it. This is how far I went.
Okay.
This is
What's
what I
that?
gleaned.
I'm on
I
my
figured
phone.
out everybody
see.
involved and then the vaccines that they're developing.
Damn.
I mean, you're not going to really be able to read this anyway.
Nope.
But
Well, actually, hold on. Let me. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's split.
Except it's
but-
backwards.
Yeah, it's backwards.
If you got a mirror, you can hold it up to the mirror.
But
It looks
still.
very organized.
Does that say "fuck you, Vice"?
yeah, because they said that people who got it were all Nazis, and I was offended.
What?
Yeah, there's anytime Vice writes about, everybody is a Nazi to them.
Oh, Vice News, the media
Yeah.
outlet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense. Yes, fuck Vice. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, where is it? Well, shit, Lola, you make the FBI look completely useless.
So there's some that are actually a true story. I was going to apply for a position at the FBI, but then I realized I'm like, I'm not going to be able to pass this because I have untreated PTSD.
Huh.
So I can't. But I fulfilled like the other requirements.
Oh,
I tried.
Origami is in the chat. Sorry. Crow. Mod. Wow.
Oh yeah, give him a mod. Give him a wrench.
I will, but Aura, where are you?
He's on
We
his
miss
way.
you. I know.
He's
I
in the
miss him.
car, texting and driving, like a
Okay.
good crow or a good aura.
Aura, don't do that. Ludicolo. No, Ludicolo. Oh, he's still working. Shit.
Oh, he's
Okay.
working.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, we had an interesting day. Not as interesting as your day was.
Who's?
Lola's. Well, I mean,
Oh,
I don't
good.
know everything about what happened with your day today, but
It's
so
been
far,
having mad.
well, so far, your day has been more interesting with just what you put together there. And also, yes, Vice can go fuck itself. So that was fun to read. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Aura and I got called stalkers.
Oh, by Maya?
Yeah, Maya called
Yeah.
it stalkers.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that. I had my face not on that one.
What
No, you
what
didn't.
what qualified you to be a stalker to her?
Apparently, we stream about her and Repsion every single day.
Well, they certainly put out a lot of material to address.
I know, but we don't stream about them every single day.
Yeah, that's it.
I just thought it was funny. So Aura was very polite, the way Aura is, he's very classy. And I called her a disingenuous cunt. So there was that. But she's got us all blocked. So I just thought it was cute and adorable that she didn't see us tweeting about her because she's got us all blocked. She apparently has been watching our stream. So I would only imagine who the person who left the dislike on this stream was.
I wonder who.
It would be unfair for us to get in a cat fight, just letting you know.
Oh, man. So I definitely want to talk about the Chris Hansen thing because that is the point of the stream. But Lilith, tell us what's got you down, please.
It's what I had to deal with that today.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, okay. So the idea was for me to work on my trailer, but the editing software I was using it just doesn't work anymore, and it also drains a lot. Like it really drains my computer. And I have a pretty software. Hit Film Express.
Oh, okay, yeah, nope.
Yeah, it's really like draining on resources.
I can barely use DaVinci Resolve, and it crashes my laptop all the time.
Yeah, so I got something else. It's basically kind of set up the same way. It all looks like Premiere, but just a little bit different.
You just use Lightworks. It's a free trial. You don't even have to get an illegal copy of it. But yeah, you could use Pirate Bay now and get Adobe Premiere. Not actually, but just theoretically.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. So I was gonna be working on that, but then it was important for me to go back, and I'm like, you know what? I want to see how many times Hansen has claimed that there's whenever he says there's an investigation, I want to see how many times he's done that and in what context, how he said it, just so that I make sure I get everything and it's accurate. So I have in my notes things that he said. And by the way, I noticed that whenever he gets really mad was whenever Onision would actually do something retaliate in a way that was actually an adult. He would get big mad. That was really interesting to see, because I started watching enough of it, I started noticing Hansen's different behavioral patterns as well as his tells as far as when he's lying, which is often.
So when Onision called the cops on him because he showed up at his doorstep, kind of mad, or? Yeah. I think he was expecting Onision to just run out with his pants off and start shouting at him.
Yeah. And they called him paranoid for having security cameras. There's a lot of people that have home security cameras.
We have security cameras. We live in a very nice neighborhood. Nice. Yeah. But I wouldn't trust people to just do whatever the fuck they want around my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, Hansen was talking about how there've been all these different calls to the house and everything. Do you know how many of them have been him being, Onision actually being harassed? There's a lot of cases of that.
Over 100.
Oh, no. No. For example, people were playing the 911 audio of various things, but what was never played was when there were people actually egging Onision's house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
There's 3 different incidents of him being, basically receiving some sort of harassment from various sources.
Well, people know where he lives and they know his phone number. So it's out there. I mean, that's the thing, right? I remember at a time, the anti-O community was out there telling people to go flag his channel, right? And so people said, look, the more you fuckers do that, YouTube isn't going to just delete his channel because you keep flagging it, right? He's a large YouTuber. He'll go ahead and, put in a claim against it. And the more you do it, the more YouTube's just going to say, okay, fuck it, just automate these to say, we're not going to respond to it anymore. Because why would they if you just keep filing a report? It's he can call the cops and say, hey, these people are going outside my house and throwing shit at it. Or these people are showing up outside my house and they're stalkers because people show up at his house and they fucking egg it. How many times does it need to happen for the cops to just say, fuck it, leave us alone? Right? They don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not saying like he's an innocent, sweet little dude, but like he's not a victim either. But fuck, like the anti-O is just like, they don't get how bad that shit looks when they're constantly fucking doing it.
Mm-hmm. They basically turned this into their nightmare situation. Like,
he's got a pass. He's got a fucking pass.
Yeah, he's gotten out free. So here's what I kind of the different quotes I kind of grabbed from things.
Actually, before you read that, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because I saw this from Wow Just Wow. He's going to be on the channel tomorrow. But he was playing these clips from the interview that Chris Hansen did with Repsion, right? Mm-hmm. And in it, Repsion is telling Chris Hansen multiple times crimes that Onision has committed. Several crimes. Like he says, this is illegal. He's been grooming these. Like he's telling Chris Hansen all this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And I know Chris Hansen's an idiot, right? And it's on him to do the research himself. But I'm looking at it today because, there was this 10-minute video of Repsion having a boohoo pissy fit because, Chris Hansen made all of these promises to the community. He said that the FBI was going to investigate. And I'm sitting there going like, you said the same shit. You were telling Chris Hansen about all the illegal activities he's done. Like, how do you not understand? Like, anyways, I guess I wanted your opinion on that because I'm looking at it like, wow, you're a motherfucker. And Chris Hansen's bad, but like, fuck.
Wait, in my opinion, on which part? Exactly.
I guess how screwed up it is, because as fucked up as Chris Hansen is, how fucked up it is after telling Chris Hansen on multiple occasions during your interview with him that Onision has committed several crimes, to then turn around the moment Chris Hansen goes to sell this fucking story, right? Whatever he did. To then say Chris Hansen was the one accusing Onision of committing crimes and promising there would be an investigation. I'm like, how are you not like also a part of that shit?
I like how we got Crow against fucking Repsion now.
Well, I'm looking at.
I didn't bring that up. I love you, Crow.
Yeah, I don't know the specific claims that Repsion specifically made, but here's the thing, and this is why I noticed something before anyone else did. And it's because I know how an investigation works regarding, sexual violence, abuse, and assault.
Yeah.
Like I know what that process is. Other people, fortunately, I would say, don't. And they also don't look into it. So there's this part missing, and I knew from the get-go that something was off because of that. And that is that if anything is to happen, the very first step is that the victim has to file an incident report. No one can report it for them. You just can't. It has to be the victim that presses the charges. You can't do it for anyone else.
Yeah.
So if no one filed an incident report, which you have to do it where the crime occurred, and if there isn't any, then nothing could start. And I did further go into that aside from just knowing that part, but that at least, had me realize it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, right? You tried the FBI, didn't work. I don't know what that's about. Look, regardless of what has been said to Chris Hansen, right? Mm-hmm. Chris Hansen's a fucking adult. He's been around these matters for long enough. He should fucking know. He should know all of this shit, right? He really should. But
you think?
Yeah, you would think. But again, I okay. Well, let's speculate on Modus a little bit. Do you
Crow, he's not an investigative journalist or anything. Come on now. What are you expecting from him?
Okay, so let's speculate on Modus. Is he A, royally fucking incompetent? B, he's more concerned with his own fucking paycheck and just wants to turn everything into a spectacle so he can get money out of it, by reporting on it. Or C, a stunning combination of A and B with some brain damage involved.
Yeah. I'll deal with the latter, the last one.
Yeah, it would be both. I think that he has he underestimates, the audience's ability to be able to spot something that at least like one person would have, because he recognized, and I have him quoting this, that he wanted to specifically get the audience that he was on YouTube. He wanted that younger audience, so he knew what, the type of people that were watching him, and with that probably realized a lot of them were young and didn't really know a whole lot about civics.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some really damning stuff if you go back, and the big one is whenever he was first interviewed on Mike Morse's channel, because he basically explains, what it is that he's doing, kind of like introducing what it is that he's doing the first time to somebody. So he's kind of pitching an idea, and he basically sums up what his end goal is, and it's to put it on television.
Well,
yeah. So you don't think it was just like no network would take him? Like he was just desperate, so he had to resort to YouTube, and then like of course he was always going to try to get back on television.
No,
you think he was actually like targeting young people? Is what you're saying?
No, he's working with a network he already has worked with recently.
Yeah. So
well, yeah, because connections, right? Like it probably.
Like
I mean, he has clout within he has fucked up, right? He's screwed up royally, right? He turned himself into a fucking spectacle. He lost his TV show. There was all the shit that happened with To Catch a Predator. There was, to my understanding, I don't know the situation with the person who actually, they off themselves, because to my understanding, he was pushing on them pretty heavily. It led to this person being investigated. I don't know anything about the individual. I know that they may have potentially been interested in minors, but never actually did anything with that. He pushed on it anyways. It led to the cops investigating that individual. The assistant district attorney in Texas.
Yeah, Conrad.
Yeah. That person then off themselves. Well, he was like, I don't know if he was there, but like he had a camera crew outside his house, right? Filming him. And the dude just, because like, what do you do at that point, right?
Yeah.
And to my understanding, like that guy was probably a creeper, but at the end of the day, he's kind of the person who leads to that man being pressured into offing himself. Right, rather than being on his TV show and being exposed as a predator. This led to the TV show being canceled. There's a whole bunch of other things that happened. That led
like
him
all the people that were actually like, showed up at the house in for that particular sting, they didn't go to jail.
No, because it's entrapment, right?
It's all thrown out.
Yeah, and the only thing he was able to do was say, like, here's this person's name, here's this person's face, here they are, right? They're a predator, that's it. But they don't pay any sort of penalty, they don't pay any sort of crime, and if anything, they're just 10 times more cautious in the future when they go out trolling for fucking kids. Like, yeah, it's entertaining television, but at the same time, it didn't actually lead to anything positive for anyone, I would say. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but for Chris Hansen, he loved everything he got out of it. He was getting a steady fucking check for a ton of money. He was really well known. I wouldn't say he was like an A-list celebrity, but most people know the name Chris Hansen.
Well, we do, because we're boomer millennials.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true.
I don't know how many Zoomers know who Chris Hansen is, other than like this from Onision, right?
I mean, yeah, right. Oh, now people on YouTube know
he did like the air duct cleaning thing, and when he was busting the air duct cleaners, he'd be like, oh, I'm Chris Hansen. He'd be like, are you like an air duct clean guy? Like, I don't know who you are. What are you doing? He's like, I have hidden cameras everywhere. They were really confused.
Stevie Wolf deserves credit. Elysium deserves prison. Chris deserves modernity. I can't say that word right now. Modernity? Is that it? I'm terrible.
The phone is bad.
Wait.
Yeah.
Chris Hansen was in that show 30. He was not in 30 Rock.
Probably as like a
Was
guest for like one episode or something.
I love that
Playing
TV show.
himself, like, you know.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
He was a B-list celebrity. Yeah, he was. I would say he was a B-list celebrity. But again, I don't want to question anyone's motives to that extent, right? Because I have no clue if he was actually interested in doing good work. It's pretty clear that To Catch a Predator wasn't actually catching predators, right? It was exposing, like it's putting him out there, putting him on blast, but that was it. And
yeah. Basically,
potential predators.
They found something lucrative and they went with it. Because see, the thing is that the To Catch a Blank series was a series. And there were other ones. It wasn't just To Catch a Predator. There was To Catch a Con Man and To Catch a
Cheater.
Yeah, there's something. There wasn't. I don't know what it. I think 2 other ones ended up actually like having episodes, but like not many. But here's what cracked me up about one of them was on To Catch a Con Man. They actually did a scam baiting episode.
I gotta see this.
You have to look on the Wayback Machine. Just FYI. But he just worked with somebody that basically would do what I do and set up these arrangements. I mean, that's what I know how to do. So that's one thing where I was just like, wait a minute. He saw my resume and he saw that was on it. And that didn't strike him as something that was like, oh, I've worked with that before. Yeah, like, really?
Yeah. I now, after all the shit that he's been through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of his own making. He's clearly in it for himself. He's clearly in it to gain his own clout back. He wants to go back to being who he was, right? He wants all the fame. He wants all the same attention. He wants all the same money, right? Yeah, and so he wrapped himself around this Elysium thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that he was misinformed, right? But at the same time, he's not a fucking child. He's a grown fucking adult. He's older than all of us on the stream. And he's been around. He should know, the legal matters he's delving into. He doesn't care because it's not about that. He just needs to keep pumping out content. He needs to keep throwing like a little bit of fucking meat out there for people to keep chewing on. He just needs to find the next thing to jump onto. I think it became really clear to me when the motherfucker was out there selling miracle coronavirus cure.
That's great though.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
This really works. You just put on any surface, and for 2 weeks, it will kill the coronavirus.
Yeah,
I could just hear the infomercial music in the background. Like, go buy now.
But if you buy right now, you'll get 2 bottles for the low price of $22.99 and a personalized message from Chris Hansen.
But call in fast because they're in limited quantity.
So
you won't get the personalized message.
The weirdest thing about that, first off, I dug into that pretty hardcore. The address that they have on their website is a place that doesn't exist. I did find the real address though. At any rate, someone that they decided to bring onto their like team or whatever, as far as like, I don't know what they would be doing exactly, is a man named Richard Staropoli. Go ahead and Google that name real quick.
Can you spell that for me?
Roll Richard as it's typically spelled.
It's Staropoli though.
And then Staropoli.
Oh wow, that pops up right away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I found the To Catch a Con Man thing also. I'm gonna watch that later. All right. Let's see here. Richard Staropoli, Homeland Security, White House Senior Advisor, Chief Information. What is this?
Isn't that a little weird?
That is.
What is that? Twitter?
What's he?
No, that's LinkedIn.
What's
it's LinkedIn?
what's he doing? You know, working with joined up with this disinfectant people. Mr. Homeland Security.
Richard Staropoli, who is the Chief Information Officer retired at the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, was one of the individuals involved in the scam coronavirus cure.
Oh, well, he's retired.
Chris Hansen
That's why. He needs that cheddar. He's all washed up.
This is fucking hilarious.
He wanted to run Homeland Security like a hedge fund. That's what he said. He only lasted for about 3 or 4 months.
What a bitch.
He doesn't keep his own security very well because I did figure out where he received his packages.
What happened with him and Ice Poseidon?
I can get on it. I didn't see that whole. Like, I remember that Hansen had something with 2 other individuals before he went on to Onision. Like,
someone's saying like he paid him, like Ice Poseidon paid him, and he like backed off. Unless I'm reading, like, what?
Really?
We gotta look into that, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea about that. What? Okay. Interesting.
I know about the guy that was in like the camper trailer or something. Only you use something blade, use me blade, or whatever. Yeah, that guy. But yeah, I mean he got on there doing that, and then the Hansen or the Anusian thing kind of just fell into his lap. Other people kind of suggested it for him. He would have never known about it. And all of his intel he got from other people. As far as there was nothing investigative about anything he did. He didn't look into anything at all himself. He didn't know how. He didn't understand it.
To my understanding, he came onto YouTube, right? And on YouTube, he wanted to basically restart the Predator stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was, to my understanding, it was a live stream with Blair White, if I'm not mistaken. She's the one who, she brings up Onision to him. And he smells blood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a popular stream. He sees the amount of viewers he gets, and he immediately wants to look into it. When he looks into Onision, who's the other name that pops up? Repsion. Because Repsion has been on that dude's dick for years and years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who's the next guest he has on? Maybe not like directly next guest, but the next person he has to talk about Onision is Repsion. And, you know, like I said, Wow Just Wow has been posting clips of that interview, right? Certain segments of it. And you can see Onision is like just throwing fucking blood for Chris Hansen, right? Talking about the fact that this guy's a groomer. He's telling him all the crimes he's committed. And at one point, I think he even says, Onision will never sue you. He's always threatening to sue me, and he's never done it, right? So he paints Onision like this easy fucking target for Chris Hansen. Mm-hmm. And Chris Hansen at that point, that stream, right? That blew up. So Chris Hansen is just, he is rock fucking hard and ready to go at this point.
He's like, you know how much KFC I can get with this money I'm going to get? So much.
Enough to clear my debts.
Oh, yeah, and that too.
Yeah. So, yeah, he started following this. And, you know, the thing is that ID Discovery or whatever, that's the last place that he worked with and did some series called Killer Instinct, which was the last thing that he did that didn't flop. So basically that's kind of the connection that he still has. And there's evidence back to December. Like there's I love how this group of people think that they've like discovered all this shit on their own. It's really funny. But one of the people that were interviewed initially, I don't remember her name, but she wrote about like being so upset that this was happening and that that story was being sold and that they didn't agree to it or anything like that. And he had this idea back in like mid-December.
What? So Westmost, right? We talked about him on the channel. He actually came on at one point because I guess Vincent Nicotra went after Westmost like fucking crazy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about
Styles,
yeah, fucking worse than fucking Slug, dude, like because we're talking about someone who has Hansen's fucking backing too, on top of everything else. Westmost, right? He was calling out Chris Hansen for months, right? Because I went through his channel. I didn't watch every single video, so I don't want to say anything that's incorrect here. But he had been calling out Chris Hansen for months. When he started jumping into these things, he was pointing out how the dude's broke, how the guy's actually been arrested for a crime. I don't know if it was him or who said it, but they were like, Chris Hansen actually has a criminal record, right?
Yeah.
So it was out there. It was out there. Anyone who wanted to look into it, if you were trusting Chris Hansen, if you were like going to bat for him and giving him credibility in this entire situation, you could have looked into it and figured this out on your own. Because Westmost looked into it a little bit. He found it out. And credit to him, right? Baked salmon. I think it was baked salmon.
Yeah, baked salmon was part of him. Yeah,
Westmost, Mr. GG, and baked salmon. Billy the Fridge said, it's Chris Hansen, not Anisian, who has the mugshot. Ooh.
and just that's some foreshadowing, by the way.
Yes.
So what I'm eventually gonna say.
Oh, okay. So let's. I hope Aura arrives soon for that part. But that's the thing, right? People knew that Chris Hansen had money trouble. It was out there. It was public record. The fact that he was in debt, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, that was also out there, right? He had been evicted from his apartment for non-payment. That was out there. People knew this. It may not have blown up, but there were stories about Chris Hansen's legal trouble, his financial trouble. Anyone who was a patron member of his, right? When he was trying to relaunch the To Catch a Predator series, right?
Mm-hmm.
He never gave the rewards out to the patrons. Mm-hmm. So, I see people who were, sucking this guy off like crazy, not to name any names, but sucking off Chris Hansen, talking about how great it was Chris Hansen's looking into it, fucking feeding Chris Hansen intel. And now they're saying, oh my gosh, how could I have been? Oh, he misled me. I'm like, the dude's a fucking broke ass goddamn boomer who can't figure out how to work a fucking YouTube channel. This is kind of on you. It's kind of on you, man. If you were going to back this guy up, right? I get why some people didn't look into it, and all they see is the To Catch a Predator guy, right? Mm-hmm. But how do you? It takes two to tango, right? It takes two to fucking tango there. I get like a headache thinking about how stupid that is. Because I understand at first being fooled by it, right? But the anti-O community was savaging people that were speaking ill of Chris Hansen. Yeah. And you see how that played out for them.
Yeah. And it's really infuriating to somebody that, is seeing everything get screwed up and can't say, hey, you guys are fucking eating. What the hell? But yeah, for me, I see it and I'm just like, people are thinking they're Onision for prison. I'm like, are you guys, do you not understand how people go to jail? Like, do you guys not get that?
Yeah, here's how they go to prison. You tweet about them and you call them a meanie person, a meanerton, and the cops will show up and arrest them for life. That's how the prison system works.
You just got to show receipts.
Yeah.
So it's not evidence; it's receipts.
Yeah.
And spill some tea. That's the sign.
I think what people don't understand is like legal matters. I'm so sorry I'm eating. I'm diabetic. I gotta eat food.
It's okay. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
use
hate
that
to
in.
be
I don't know
I hate to
why.
be rude for chat, and you as our guest. So thank you. I think people forget, like, when it comes to legal matters, it's not a snap your fingers and it happens overnight, right? Especially if you want to make sure that someone actually goes to prison and does hard time. It's not something where you can just rush to it. Like, there have been people who have been objectively fucking guilty, and because the investigation was mishandled, right?
Mhm.
They've gotten off, right? Because you cannot fuck around with that sort of thing. The moment you do, you give that person every ability to get away with it, right? You have to handle it right. You have to handle it slowly. And this entire thing with Anisian, Anisian's a creeper. There are things that he has done, right? But everybody like turning it into like a fucking commentary show, right? Everyone who's just trying to do this shit for clicks, all that shit, right? Like you're not like I don't get what you think you're doing, right? After years, I don't get what you think you're doing other than telling him how to get away with this shit. And Chris Hansen, he doesn't give a shit. Like, if Anisian gets away with it, Chris Hansen will go on for fucking years talking about how terrible and unjust society is, that an open predator is able to walk free. And he'll do fucking memoirs of it, the one that got away, the story of Anisian. It'll always be there. It'll always be that fucking little piggy bank he can go to the next time he's fucking broke and gets evicted from his apartment. Let's go right back to talking about fucking Anisian. How is this guy allowed to
Did he get
roam free?
evicted?
He got evicted.
There's so much I don't know. That's why I'm excited. I get to find out all this stuff today.
But I'm like, yeah, Chris Hansen he wants money, and I think it's adorable that they're calling him out now.
Yeah.
Now that he's gotten everything that he wants out of this, and you know what he's doing? He's turning around saying the exact same thing that they'll say. I'm just working to expose Anisian to the broader public. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Y'all got fucking grifted by a goddamn boomer who literally was writing fucking bounce checks and has a fucking mugshot. Jesus.
Yeah. Like, again, I felt like I was going insane because I saw this and I couldn't say anything or I would just get viciously attacked. Like, so I didn't know. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do what apparently no one's doing and take some action and actually, since I know how to reach the goal they're wanting to get to and to tell them how that happens. And then that didn't happen because I guess my theory on that is that basically they didn't want to go that route, which just is so perplexing to me. But I was like, yeah, we can totally, I'll help you guys with figuring out, like, if you want to file a report, like, we'll look into that and I'll talk about my experience with doing it and that it sucks, but I'll prepare you for it. And yeah, I offered that, and
because that's not good television.
I guess.
I mean, I feel for you because I haven't been involved in this thing as long as you have, obviously. But, we started getting a little bit of a larger audience. And again, thank you, chat, for tuning into these streams. We really do appreciate it. But, there's been a lot of people in the chat here who have been trying to call this stuff out too, right? And they've gotten attacked, right? It's not about being right or wrong. It's, do you agree with the fucking mob? And if you don't agree with the mob, they're just going to destroy you anyways. They don't. To them, if it's between actually getting rid of Anisian and sending him to prison or being right, they'll choose being right every single fucking time.
Yeah.
That's all. It is frustrating. It really is. Because you talk to people, make the dumbest fucking arguments possible, right? I remember it's like this conversation I had with someone a little bit unrelated, but essentially I said, like, well, they're talking about how this guy, it's like a debate thing, right? and they're talking about how this guy is just he's destroying him. I go like, no, he's just straw manning him. He goes, well, he doesn't need to actually address his points. He could destroy him any day of the week. Then why does he need to resort to straw manning him? Because he's just so tired of having to debate his actual points. So he's just showing what this guy actually thinks.
What?
I'm like,
what the fuck?
How does
That's
your
the
fucking
stupidest
brain?
explanation.
Yeah, I'm like, how does your fucking brain work? Right? It's just back and forth.
Like an
in a fucking
idiot,
circle.
apparently.
No, it's like just going in a fucking circle with people, right? They have to be right. They're fucking right. They'll always be right. It's like you can't just say like, hey, I don't really agree with you doing that. I might agree with your actual intent, right? I might agree with what you want. I might also want to see Onision be sent to prison for the things that he's done, but you're going about it in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't have that conversation because why are you disagreeing with me? If you disagree with me, then obviously you're for platforming predators.
Your mom's here. Mama Crow.
Hey, Mom. How you doing? How you doing, Mama Crow?
Right when I'm about to make a really heavy statement.
No,
all right,
go for it. Go for it.
Okay. So, and with the reason why it was really hard for people to try and say that, oh, well, your way is wrong is, you know, I know what I've been through a criminal investigation. Like, I was there. I know what happens. So this is the only way that it occurs because that's the law. That's what it does. So if you want to see a person in jail, you have to report it to the police.
And not send leafy videos to them because they don't care about that.
Yeah. You can't. And then also, you know, there's a phrase called basically trial by media. And a lot of countries have different like regulations as far as to make sure that media interference doesn't get in the way of like criminal hearings. In the United States, we don't have that. So basically, you know, the witch hunt happens here. Like that's what occurs. And that's what we see now. And people don't look at evidence. They don't look at due process. They don't realize that that's a constitutional right. You know, that you deserve to be like fairly heard in front of a jury. Like that's the fucking Constitution. Like I just don't.
But I mean,
yeah.
you're talking to people who live off social media, right? And how do they take people down? They destroy their credibility. Yeah, well, they cancel them, right? They don't give them the chance to defend themselves. They don't give them the chance to be innocent until proven guilty. They're guilty, and it's on them to prove that they're innocent. And also, they're a fucking liar, and I'll never fucking believe them.
Huh?
Yeah, you're never going to get anywhere with that. And again, yeah, Mama Crow said it right. Due process is dead in some places. It's completely fucking dead online.
Yeah, it doesn't exist online. And, you know, basically, whenever I was trying to explain to, I felt like the group of people that were moderating for Hansen, I mean, their ages were around, it was like 18 to like 22. Yeah. And they weren't on there. And I've kind of realized this, that I don't know if it's just maybe over the past like 10 years or more that people are moving out a little bit later, or I just had a weird life and also those around me did as well. And I was on my own at 14. But, you know, I had to really, you know, figure out what the fuck to do with myself, you know, when I was that age. Like I couldn't be ignorant to the world around me. Like, are you serious? Like, I had to figure out like how to sign a lease, like, you know. And it just blows my mind that there are people that just don't understand that they have to look into things and question things that people. I'm just like, you guys can be so easily swindled. Like this is alarming, and so that's what also got me to, because I did a live stream where I was going over different resources and showing people like, hey, if this kind of thing happens to you, like here are places that you can go and get help for free. Like this is available to you. These are organizations. I've used them. I've volunteered with them. And I remember, and I didn't used to have this problem on my channel, but I got dislike bombed on a live stream where I'm talking about resources for victims of abuse. And the reason why is because Shiloh came in there, said some shit, and sent some people.
Well, yeah, Shiloh
She
also
sent people to your thing.
Yeah, she like crashed my informative live stream where, I'm telling people, this is where you can get help. This is where you can learn about laws. This is where, so that you don't have to just go to the police and, and be alone. Like there's advocates that will be there with you. And yeah, she came in
Oh,
and
is this
crashed
like
that.
the retaliation thing from when you were working near her during the Chris Hansen thing?
Yeah, basically when I was like, yeah, if I'm going to, devote myself to this and basically be working a job, I need to be paid something.
Yeah.
I can't work for free. I'm sorry. I can't just volunteer.
Well,
Okay, so that's why she said that.
Well, so
Yeah.
again, and I mentioned it on yesterday's stream when the whole thing happened with Sarah, right? Sarah wanted money. She said she wanted money for a laptop to go to school. It was a lot of people were, not everybody, right? Obviously, there's a lot of people who just go to bat for Onision's victims, right? Without really questioning why they're asking for anything. But it wasn't anywhere near school time. Some people tried to figure that out. They're like, hey, what school are you going to? Or what school is starting during this time that you need to buy a laptop right now? And how come you need it right now when this laptop has been out of your possession for months and months, including during the school season? Well, Nicholas DiOrio jumped in. He questioned it. He said, like, why are you doing it PayPal? Like, do a GoFundMe. That way people can see it, right? That way people know what you're spending the money on. That way we can verify, right? Mm-hmm. And Shiloh went after him under deplatform predators, right? Was using that hashtag to describe Nicholas DiOrio. And regardless of what you think about him, right? Regardless of what you think about him, that was fucking disgusting and disturbing. Yeah. But I think the problem is Shiloh, whatever, right? I'm not saying that she wasn't victimized. I'm not saying anything like that. I want someone to fucking take that out of fucking context. Shiloh understands the power that's behind her right now. She has a whole movement that are at her beck and call that want to defend her because she's been victimized. Mm-hmm. And she is not a sweet person. She's not an innocent person. She knows the power of that, and she throws it at people. Yeah. And that's what social media does to people. Whatever victimization she's been through does not excuse the way that she uses her newfound platform. And she will try to destroy people who question her, who question her motivations, who question any of the statements that are being made, because you're not taking them seriously, because that means that you are on Onision's side. That shit's dangerous, right? It's why you cannot do this shit in the court of public opinion, because Shiloh has become a monster.
Should we have her on? And you could ask her these questions. Do you want?
I don't mind, but like I don't know where that goes, right? Because what happens?
I don't know either, but it would be good if we could both, and Aura, and then.
Sure, I genuinely want to know, right? I do. But I don't want to be in a situation where I ask this girl a question, she doesn't like the way I asked it, and then she turns around and throws her fucking little platform at I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't think anybody does. Okay. And it makes it fun. Yeah, no, but you know
all publicity is good publicity, and everyone hates me already anyway, so it's fine.
Right? No, like in all seriousness, I absolutely would welcome her onto this channel. Explain herself, explain the things that she's done, explain her story. I have no issues with that. But I'm being very serious. I wouldn't want to deal with that shit. I'm sure there's a lot of people that maybe feel sympathetic for her, but are going to avoid the situation entirely because they don't want to deal with any of that drama. Mm-hmm. Hold on, we got Origami here. Hello, sir.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Is that a Bang energy drink?
It is a Bang energy drink.
Is that cotton candy flavor?
It is cotton candy.
Ah, yeah. Sorry.
It's been a day.
Fucking
What is
weirdo.
with that face?
It's cotton candy.
Cotton candy. It's all I have left.
I mean, if that's all you got, that's all you got.
Mm.
There's one flavor that I will not drink, which is birthday cake bash.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
it tastes like a fucking birthday cake.
So I don't want to derail anything, but I got a DM and wow, actually has some questions for you, Lola. Do you want, because like we promised this time for you, so would you mind him coming on, or would you rather prefer we keep going and I just ask the questions as a third party?
Just ask the questions.
Third
that
party
seems just as effective. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, if you're there, just send me the questions and I'll read them.
Oh.
And in the meantime, we'll just continue.
Okay. Yeah. In regards to Shiloh, basically utilizing her, online power and prowess, that's basically what, made it so that I was out of the picture completely. Like that was highly effective, especially since I didn't, unlike, Nicholas Diorio and, Edwin and whatever, who have an audience and people like already like back them. I didn't have that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I just got attacked.
Well, here's the thing. They not only have an audience, they have other members of the community willing to go to bat for them. But they still, like Diorio, when that happened, he had to put his fucking Twitter on lockdown because the backlash he was getting was so bad. The courts would not allow for that, period.
Yeah.
That's why you can't do shit over social media. It's a fucking popularity contest. Nobody cares who's right and who's wrong. It's just whose side is the mob on. That's the side you want to be on. You don't want to be on the other end of the stick.
No, then if you just have evidence on the other end of the stick.
Yeah, here. She is so rehearsed in her interviews, and it's like she wants to hit certain points and steers back to herself in the most awful ways. At this point, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that if you looked at Shiloh when all this stuff was happening, you probably get a much more authentic take on things. Now, she knows exactly what fucking points to hit. She knows exactly what resonates with the audience. And she knows exactly how to make people look their absolute worst. That's why when she has an issue with somebody, she uses hashtag platform predators, because that's the anti-O fucking calling signal. That's their little bat signal. When they see that, they lose their fucking mind. They hop in the fucking Spurgmobile and they just go rushing towards action.
The Spurgmobile?
Spurgmobile.
Really? Wee woo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lola.
That just sounds like a really messy, gross vehicle. I'm sorry.
Wee woo.
Yeah,
Sounds sticky.
It's got 7 wheels and
Got cotton candy liquid in my mouth.
But I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. And again, not everybody in the anti-O community is bad, right? They're not. I'm not trying to make this a thing about everybody. The problem is when you're dealing with a mob, when you're dealing with groupthink, you're not dealing with the individuals who are good and some are bad. You're dealing with a group of people who all want to be right and all want to be validated by that mob. So like I said, if it comes right down to it, and that mob has the choice between putting Anisian away for the crimes he's committed or being validated, being right, being correct, they will 100% let Anisian be free. And actually, one comment I did want to highlight, and I'm so sorry, I should have done it earlier, but someone said, it's Lawrence0227, I'm pretty sure it's the one who said it. I'll see if I can find it and highlight it. But they said, it's like the Nationalist Party in Taiwan, which I'm not familiar with, but they keep screwing up and then turning around and saying, well, this is why you need us. It gives them a cause to fight against. Everybody needs their fucking cause. Everybody needs their cause. Without that, I mean, what do you fucking have? Yeah, here. You know what, guys? This is exactly how the nationalist movement works in Taiwanese politics. They constantly sabotage their own work and to keep the cause alive and stay relevant. Yeah, if Anisian went away, what would these people do? Seriously, what would they fucking do?
Turn somebody into a villain.
I'm just saying,
They flip on
Onision.
Repsion.
Yeah, right.
They,
Oh
they
my
tear
god.
they tear their own, like, what is it? The lead of the movement against Onision, they're going to turn and be like, "You're a liar. You're a fake."
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like,
Or like they did with Hansen just now.
Onision is their longest term relationship. For the majority of those people, Onision is the longest term relationship that they have ever been in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
God.
You think they'd move on to the next one? No. You know, we were part of a movement too. Remember I Stand with Vic Aura? Remember how that ended?
It collapsed on itself.
Yeah, the moment there was nothing else to fight for, what happened?
We fought
Dog
with
eat dog world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single movement's the same. And when it's been lasting for that amount of time, when they lose their opposition, man, the shit show that ensues from there, they are fucking rabid for it.
Steve can actually vouch for us on, fighting with each other, because like he was there for some of that, even the senpai thing. You know, he was one of the figureheads. He was one of the head people of that movement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was.
He was.
And what you don't understand is Sen was going after other figureheads in that movement, and people backed him. And the same people that pulled that shit, finding his cringe ass RPs, extorting people for messages. Yep. A lot of those people were Sen's favorite fucking, like, they love Sen.
Yeah, they did.
They followed him everywhere.
Oh, damn.
And look what they just did to him. So
now they're calling him a fucking child abuser. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you can't just transition topics. It's like when Onision content wasn't there, did Repsion say, I'm gonna go cover video games? No. He said
Jim Soroka.
Yeah, he went to Jim Soroka.
Yeah.
He went for another target. He knows he needs to keep fucking feeding him meat. That's his fan base. That's his audience now. They need somebody to hate. They need somebody to go after and destroy. If Onision goes away, if Onision goes to prison, they will have nothing. Jim Soroka ain't gonna last. The dude's a fucking legit, right?
He deleted everything.
Yeah, he just deletes everything. What content are you gonna make on the guy? I'm gonna make my exposed video too that took me fucking 2 months to make. Yeah, there's content about that guy everywhere. But you can't turn him into Onision because he's pathetic. That guy admits
he wouldn't be able to handle that kind of hate. If he was like a Onision level hated, they would he'd already probably
I'm
be dead.
ranting a little bit. I apologize, Lola.
It's okay.
I know we waited for Aura to get on here because there was stuff that you actually did want to say. And I was like, let's wait for Aura. So
sorry.
He's fashionably late. Only 11:45. It's not bad.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Was there a question that WoW had yet, or
he's still forming them out?
Okay.
So I'm waiting for him to complete them.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So here's where I stand. I'm gonna give my thoughts on something. And this is kind of getting into the territory that starts to kind of irk me. Is that when it's come to looking into all of this and people making videos about it and everything, whether it be Onision, whether it be Hansen, whether it be anything involved in it or whatever, I wanted to find the truth, and I was passionate about that. Even after I got completely thrown under the bus, which I'm so used to being. I'm like, that's where I probably am gonna have to start paying rent soon for being under the bus. Like, I'm there so fucking often, and I'm just by myself. And then I'm just like, okay, just wait a few months, and there's gonna be somebody under here with me, and then everybody's gonna be under here. But I wanted to know the truth. I wanted to figure that out. So I went at it the whole time. And when I found something, I wasn't like, oh, cool, I can make this into a video. I was like, no, I'm putting more of the puzzle together. I'm figuring this out, and this is gonna bite me in the ass. I'm so fucking annoyed with these with edgy dude crew that
Who's
you
edgy
know
dude crew?
just you can figure it out.
Yeah, I think
What?
I know.
I figured it out. You can't say who it is.
But it's a group of people. Like, I mean, yeah, the edgy dudes, that they come, that they've had like a light bit of experience with some of this. Oh, Shiloh called them a name once, or maybe a few times, but basically it was a, incident, or there's some other thing or whatever, and so they become part, like that's their involvement, and then all of a sudden they can become, so it personally affects them in some way. And I helped so much with a lot of this, and wasn't like, no one fucking knows. Like, no one knows. And it's not that I seek that like praise, it's that this took so much out of me. And I did it because I wanted people to know the truth. I felt that they deserved that. I didn't do it to appear in a particular way. I wanted people to know the truth. And frankly, it's just like, you know what? I've been through shit this entire time. I've, for a whole month, like through the month of January, I was used and gaslit by this woman that I don't even know what the fuck she does aside from just know people. And I the more I found out, the more I realized how fucked everything was, and that no one else was seeing it. It was just destroying me, because I'm someone that never got justice, and I actually fought for it. I actually went for it. And the things that have happened to me, and I don't want to make this like a comparison thing, but just to have you understand the degree of what I have gone through. If Shiloh gets such a pass for what she's been through, then I get to knock her damn head off.
Shit.
Like, when the term survivor is literal for me.
But like, she uses it to weaponize shit. Like, you wouldn't do that. So
No, I wouldn't. Like, and because that's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And also, I don't want to associate myself and think of myself constantly as someone that was raped. That's just not cute. That ain't a good look. I don't want it. Like, I don't want to think of that all the time. So for people to associate that with that constantly and that be their identity, that's fucking disgusting. You have no personality. Fucking get one. If that's all you associate with. But hold on, I have ADD. Work with me.
No, yeah, do your thing.
Okay, so because of how much time I've put into this, how it's affected me, and the shit that I've even gone through while I've done this, because I had a major health problem, and I also lost someone very close to me all during this. Just let me have the fucking headshot. And you know what? I'm going to keep that bullet in my back pocket, because nobody else was able to get it but me. And it's because I knew the whole damn time. So I know that, John Swan, he does deep dives or whatever. Yeah, but did this shit affect him? Was that a part of his life? Does this not resolve some shit for you? It does for me.
Oh, edgy dude crew. I know who you mean. Yeah.
I'm glad you caught up.
Why you just say like John Swan, Augie?
No,
because she doesn't want to, Steve.
I think she was being respectful.
Yeah.
I mean, Lola,
it wasn't a part of my speech.
Yeah. Lola, let me ask you, right? Because there's some things that people are pointing out here, and I just want to bring it up. First off, Macy says that she has ADD as well, so I think she's giving a shout out. I get where you're coming from, and to be frank with you, it doesn't affect me the way that it affects you, obviously. Or and I both, I believe, can say that. Steve can probably say that too. I've had family members who have been abused, right? And I'll leave it at that. So there is that, but it's not the same as actually going through that process. And obviously, we're not as informed on the actual legal process of having to go. I get where you're coming from. I do. I think that they still have a place to talk about it, but I get what you mean when the biggest thing they can say about it is, oh, Shiloh went after them, right? I mean, it's still a thing. Like, she went after you, but you feel more, I guess I don't want to put words in your mouth here, so you tell me if I'm wrong here. You feel far more slighted than they should, because on top of the fact that you're both covering it, you're both trying to bring attention to it, you're also a victim, the way that Shiloh says she's a victim. And the fact that she's going after you in that way, it's like being stabbed twice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's just also how other people have treated me in this process. People have used me for information. Like, that's what I'm mad about. Is that, I've reached out to other people to try and collaborate with them. And be like, hey, this is painful for me to research by myself and do. Will you help me with this? And you can cover this shit? Like, please, and no one would respond to me. That's what upset me. And it wasn't that I wanted, they didn't have to do it like publicly or anything, but when I DM'd them and just talking to me, it meant like there was one person who, responded back to me and had almost a 2-hour conversation with me. And that meant the world to me, that they at least talked to me. So then they knew, they knew it. And so it was just, I felt like, they all talk about, giving people a voice, giving, whatever. I'm just like, this bitch over here is being silenced. Like, I've been trying to give you guys intel and help. And now you're just saying a bunch of shit about me, but, pushing me further away and making this harder.
So let me ask you then. Because obviously, we're talking shit about Chris Hansen and the shit that he's done, right? I guess, what are your thoughts on that? Because, Chris Hansen's someone who jumps on this for attention. He's jumping on it for clout. His motivation should have been obvious from the start to anyone who's seriously interested in covering this, like you were, right? Like a lot of people were, right? Just the shit with Nick, with Vincent Nicotra, the going after Westmost, Baked Sam and Mr. GG, they were on it immediately, right?
Yeah.
Then you have these other channels, right? Now they finally see it, and they've shifted from talking about Anicia and all this other stuff to talking about Chris Hansen. Now Chris Hansen's the most important person here. I guess I would ask, what are your thoughts on that? Because I think it's important to talk about it, but at the same time, I can see why it feels more like, they don't really give a shit how any of this plays out. It's just that's where the group is now, and that's what they're going to talk about now.
I'm sorry to interrupt really quickly, because the questions are done. So Lola, whenever you're ready, we can just segue into it, but please answer Crow's question.
Okay.
Apologies.
Yeah, I kind of had I was going to kind of wrap up my thoughts with this, but basically, I feel that when people talk about or they make certain videos on certain topics or whatever, I feel like if people are doing that, it's important to be able to add something useful to the conversation. And if somebody's not doing that, then I don't really understand the purpose of continuing to bring it up. If they're not saying anything new, like it's just regurgitated. And with me, I want to actually tell people this is how this should have happened. So then they know, and then also here's how you can tell when you being played for a fool next time. Like, I want to help remedy the situation. I'm not about watching the wreck. I'm about watching the reckoning. I don't want to see people just burning. I want to see people getting out of that shit. But no, as you covered earlier, we have people that like to see everybody destroyed, and it's disgusting. And
Yeah.
I don't fucking as somebody that, has had an incredibly fucked up life. You don't want that. You do not want that. And and I'm a surprisingly forgiving person, honestly. And it's because I can't, with how much I can't harbor that much negativity with how things have looked in my past. I can't balance it out like that. If I'm gonna keep going on, I can't spend my time hating people. I can't. So I don't. I'll get mad, but I want people to move forward. I want people to excel. I want them to find their craft and hone it. When I think about collaborating with other people, it's because I like their style and I see them as artists. It's not because I want their clout. I want to get good at, different things that I do. That's how I don't care how big of a subscriber base is. As long as I can keep my lights on to keep doing it, I'm all right.
Lola, you earned some hearts in the chat.
Oh, well, thank you.
Resting bitch face gave you a purple one. It's a great username.
I know her quite well.
Okay.
Okay, so let's. You have the questions from Wow Just Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So first question. Do you believe that the legal definition of grooming has been met for Sarah? Why or why not specifically?
That's something I'd have to look fully at all of the evidence of, because admittedly I haven't. With as far as there's a Google Drive or something, or a wiki of something, and I feel like in order to assess that properly, I need to look at everything.
But okay,
because a lot of it's in text format, isn't it? As far as her talking about things that had happened.
But the main gist of it is they adopted her, and then we're talking about after she becomes of age, we're gonna fuck her, and then they did.
They tried a threesome. So, they did fuck her. Oh wait,
yeah, they did.
Yeah. 18 and over. 18, I made the thing.
You did.
Text messages from it.
Yeah.
Say before she turned 18, between him and his husband.
Okay. Well, so let's clarify something, because Legend Dre 007 brought this up, and I know John Swan did a video about this, right? So I'm pretty sure there's that information out there that people probably do need to be aware of.
The grooming law in America.
Yeah. Is there a crime for grooming? Is grooming a legally defined term in the United States? Can you be charged with the crime of grooming somebody in the United States? I guess that would be the big one.
I pulled up an article for it, by the way, just to kind of have a frame of reference. But it's that one's such a difficult situation for me to properly assess. I have to give two answers for that.
Okay.
One is if I did look into it and notice a lot of sexual overtones in their interaction, then I would say yes. If I didn't see that and I saw something that was a bit more platonic, and between Sarah and Kai something that was a bit more like a friendship, then I would say no.
But can you get charged for it?
It's something I rarely hear about being prosecuted.
Well, so here's what as I understand it, right? Because this is the thing, and this is, anyone can correct me if I'm wrong here. If she is an adult, no crime actually occurred.
Right, there's such thing as you can't be groomed as an adult.
No, you can't. Now you can. Well, I mean, I guess here's the thing, right? There's the terminology of what we understand grooming to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And technically, I'd say that 100%, Anision qualifies for someone who's a groomer, based on the things that have come out, based on the text that we've seen about him, right? But you cannot be charged if you were to do that to a minor, that minor then becomes an adult, and then you engage in sexual activity with that person. That is not a crime in the United States. Should it be a crime? Probably. Yeah. I mean, probably. It's not actually a crime, to my understanding, in the United States, or at least I can't find anything that would state that that is a crime.
It's a federal offense.
Child grooming. Yeah. But that's, again, that is if you entice a minor into sexual activity.
Mm-hmm.
Child incitement, child endangerment. If they are an adult, though, when you actually engage in that action, because I think that's where it comes down to for, I'm so terrible with the names here. That's Sarah, correct?
Sarah, yes.
Okay. She is not a child when they actually engage in sexual activity with her.
Right.
No.
Meaning you can't, in Europe, to my understanding, it would be a crime, right? In the United States, that's not a crime.
Correct.
There's no criminal charge that you could do against Anision. Is it wrong? Is it creepy? Should it be a crime? Yes. Is it something that Anision can actually be charged in court with? I guess is what it really comes down to. And I would say not in the United States. Or am I correct?
But he adopted her.
Yeah, but she was an adult.
When they committed
adult
the
when
act,
they
you mean?
adopted her?
No.
Not when they adopted her.
Yeah, when
That's
she
what
was.
I mean. So, like, how can you, like, it's just like a Woody Harrelson thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
Didn't he do this shit? So did he go to jail for it?
I don't think he did.
No, he married her. It's like,
Yeah, so like,
Yeah, that sounds. You said Woody Harrelson. You mean Woody Allen?
yes, I fuck
my
up
God.
that thing all the time too.
Oh my
I do it all
God,
the time. Oh,
I
no.
was
I have
so
no idea.
confused.
I do it all the
that's
time,
like a
Steve.
Mandela effect thing.
I'm slandering. We're slandering.
It's so gross how the laws
Slandering
make it so
Woody
easy for
Harrelson.
people to toe the line. Seriously wrong with the court system. I mean, there's a reason why our laws exist the way they do. And if we need to change our laws, especially, Lolo was saying this in the stream yesterday, with the way that things are now, we should probably look into certain laws that we have because they don't fit with the age technology that we have. The shit that existed in the past doesn't exist the way it does today. What Anision did is not something that they would have conceived being possible back then, that you could lure and manipulate a child over the internet the way that Anision did with Sarah. Now, again, this is the creepy part, right? He can adopt her. He can never engage in sexual activity with her. But the moment she's 18, he can, and that's not a crime. Even if we know for a fact, even if we know 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was grooming her for that day, that's not a crime in the United States. I guess that's what it really comes down to. So, I mean, one day behind it, 100%. The moment she turned 18, that's when he had a pass. And, that's the thing about Anision, right? That thing that people say, he toes the line. Anision, for as manic as he acts, as stupid as he acts, as crazy as he acts, he does actually seem to know what he can and cannot get away with. And the stuff that he could have actually been busted for in the past, well, that's gone now. I would say it's gone with the fucking spectacle that's been turned into.
John, we already acknowledged it's not the right. We fucked up. It's not.
Woody Harrelson, the star of the
Woody
critically basketball comedy White Man Can't Show.
No,
my goodness.
it's not him. I fucked up.
Someone's gonna clip me saying that now. I didn't actually say that though. I was just saying
I fucking backed it up. I'm like, yes, Woody
Allen thing.
Marry his daughter.
If they clip it, it'll be a long clip. I don't think I'm gonna watch it for that long. They'll be like, "What the hell?"
We got Maya out here and fucking slander. They slander.
Okay. Oh man, that's not watching.
Because there's only 4 questions in total, so we're on number 2. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Greg and Shiloh met online when they first met in person, and the circumstances of the matter. Hold on. I think I may have read that wrong.
Is he asking when?
I think in the circumstances of the matter. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So when did they meet in person, and what was the circumstances of the matter of that meeting?
I believe so. You can see these actually. I think I posted them in our group, so you should be able to see them.
Let me see.
Which group?
Twitter.
It's Fuck.
Hold on.
I can't open that many apps. Okay, let me see.
I can.
I might be able to.
I can figure this one out, guys.
Yeah.
Trust me. Ask her when Greg. Okay, when did Greg and Shiloh meet online?
Mhm.
When did they ask her when Greg and Shiloh met online? When did they first meet in person, and the circumstances of that matter? Are you aware of those details?
Somewhat. I'm aware of them meeting in person, like what happened, because it was at a hotel. It was Pennsylvania. Like she was with her mother, but was in a separate room. And I remember that the police were called and that he had like camera equipment confiscated.
I believe so. Steve, does that sound correct to you? Do you have any knowledge of that?
Do I know? I don't. No, because I thought Lola knows like about the investigation and stuff. That's why I think that's why he's asking the questions. So I can find out more about them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I looked into that part, and as far as she was also like teetering on the statute of limitations for all that, and that's passed up now. She had 10 years.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. She did it basically exceeded the time that she could what is it, press charges, or
it's a 5-year statute of limitations from what I understand.
10 for some things, but it depends on what degree the crime was.
So the issues that I found with that, right? Mm-hmm. There's the hotel. That's when they met for the first time in real life. It's like I said, to my understanding, the police did get involved. There was some sort of stuff that was confiscated from him. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that's about. It sounds like he was attempting to film some sort of interaction between the two of them. And
I think that he just filmed stuff for his YouTube channel because he uploaded YouTube videos. I don't think that he was making a sex tape.
Okay. I said I don't know the circumstances beyond that, but a couple problems there. So to my understanding, Shiloh was stating that the two of them did engage in sexual activities when she was a minor at the time. The first one, of course, is statute of limitations. So automatically it's something that he cannot be charged with. It's done. It's over with. Goodbye.
Isn't them going to a different state or going to that state particularly one of the reasons they went to that state? Or so they could hook up legally?
That's the thing. That state has specific laws in relation to it.
Yeah.
I thought when she was with her mother, she was touring.
Oh, she was touring. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'll be right back. Don't ask me any questions or anything. I don't think you will, but I gotta kill a bug.
You get it, man. Get it, Steve. Don't let it live. Don't let it spread. Don't let it spawn.
Kill the bug. Kill it.
I won't let it live. I'm leaning into
God, that's the first time he's actually been able to use
I'm so glad he did that. I want that to be merch. You will not deliver, and just a roach getting fucking ready to get raw.
Okay, so
there's a hoodie. There's a hoodie that says "Delete it" if people want it. But I'm going. I'll be back.
Or can you plug his Teespring store, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got questions?
Okay, so just real quick. The hotel in question, because there's a lot of stuff there, so I'm going to apologize for not knowing everything specifically. The meeting at the hotel room, to my understanding, they went specifically to that state, right? And she was on tour with her mom. But at the end of the day, they agreed to meet in that state at that hotel. Age of consent laws are different there, right? So no matter what you say, now, to my understanding, there are certain federal penalties if you were to go to a different country that does not have that doesn't have an age of consent, right? Mm-hmm. And if you come back to the U.S., you can actually be charged with a crime for doing that. I don't know if you can be charged with a crime if, let's say, you're in California where age of consent is 18. And you go to a state like I'm somewhere in the South, because I know some of the southern states have weird age of consent laws are like 16, 17. Yeah. I don't think if you went to one of those states and then you had sex with someone who is of that age, right at their age of consent, and then you went back to California, if you can be charged with a crime. I don't think that you can.
No,
so that's
where you're at.
So
not where you're from.
Now, Shiloh, to my understanding, has stated that on top of that, they did have sex in one state where she was not of legal age, right? She's made that claim to my understanding. But the problem is statute of limitations. Either way, it's not something that Anisian can actually be charged with. Do I think that the two of them were having sex when she was, 17 or 16 or something? Yes, I do. Can I prove it? No. Can she prove it? No. Statute of limitations, is it already expired? Yes. So it winds up becoming something where it's creepy. It's wrong. He cannot be charged with a crime there. So I guess it's like you said, right? And I'm going to talk to WoW tomorrow about it, because it's one of those things that really does piss me off. You can keep saying what he did was wrong. I'll agree with you. Is there a crime he can actually be charged with for doing that? I can't find one.
Yeah.
Right. I can't find anything that he could actually be charged with. Lola, you were saying that, maybe that's what you and WoW were telling me yesterday. Has he committed a crime where he could actually go to prison for, or actually be charged with? No, he hasn't done that. He may have committed a crime, but at this point, it doesn't matter because legally he's in the clear.
Pretty much. Like the only thing really at this point that it would go down to the exchange of media, like whatever photos that were taken or whatever, but none of that's ever been recovered as of yet. I don't know about in Sarah's case or whatever happened with that, but whenever I was talking directly with Regina, she was telling me how it was on like a certain app or whatever, and I'm just like, a lot of apps and different phone companies, like they keep things on like the database end for like a couple of years, so that can still be recovered. Like you'd be impressed with like how much you can still get. So that can be subpoenaed, like that's you can totally do that. And I told her, I was like, I'll help you with it, we'll look into it together. And she's like, oh, well, thank you. And then she pretty much just kind of wrote me off.
So essentially, because we do need to get into the next question, because I think there were 4, right, Aura?
Yeah, I think there's 2 more.
Okay. Essentially, from what I understand, right, at this point, Crow, it is a crime.
Yeah.
Send the chat to Aura just so I understand it, okay? And explain it to me. Explain it to me for an idiot, because I'm not the smartest person out there. 100%. And this is a twisty, windy fucking situation. Lola, what you're saying is it is considered a federal offense pursuant to. That's the thing. Oh, okay. So you'll cover it tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm reading the statute for child grooming, and it doesn't relate to someone who's already become an adult. Maybe I'm not reading it properly. So I do want to know if I'm not reading it properly. But once she becomes an adult, you cannot charge him with child grooming because he didn't engage in any illicit actions with the minor. She would have to be a minor for it to fall under that statute, if I'm reading that correctly. Okay? And I'll read it again because, it's late here. I will 100% say if I'm wrong. I don't want to give any misinformation. But there's nothing you can charge him for under this penal code. Lola, what you are saying is if there's some sort of digital record of the images and you can prove that she was a minor at the time when she sent him those images and he saved them onto his hard drive or his phone, and they can actually find a record of that, he can be charged with a crime, and the crime would be CP.
Yes.
Because obtaining CP doesn't matter. To my understanding, there's no statute of limitations there. Or
Correct,
if there is one, yeah.
It's a federal felony, so and there's no statute of limitations on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here in Florida, the age of consent used to be 16, which was jacked up, but basically the cutoff age was up to 24 years old. Damn.
16. Wow, dude. Florida's fucked up.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck to tell. I'm not the governor, you know?
It's whatever, man.
Aura, someone lied to me. They said that you were.
I'm not the governor. Think
I'm
I'd be here?
refer-
Yeah,
Think I'd
why-
be here
why
with
had
that
it-
guy?
Yeah. I would be
Drinking
if I was the governor.
drinking cotton candy?
Governor.
So was there a fourth question, or was that it?
Are you reading something, Crow? Are you reading the question?
I'm actually looking up the statue just to
All
see
right.
if there's something I misread there. Well, you go ahead, though.
I'll
Go
read
ahead.
it.
Keep going.
I'll read
He
it.
is focused.
Okay.
Sorry.
When Greg first met Lainey online and how that transpired, the interaction with her parents and circumstances of their marriage as it relates to the state and federal government law or federal grooming law. So basically, first part is when did Greg first meet Lainey online and how did it transpire?
Is this like a weird trivia quiz?
I don't know. It's this question. I'm just reading it.
I think
I think
it was in, like,
I think he's just curious about the
2012.
case. No, because I think he's just curious about the case, and like it's
Yeah.
like the odd questions we should probably be asking, but we haven't really been looking up too much on it. We've been more focused on. At least I have. I've been more focused. I've been more focused on Repsion.
I've been focused
So,
on my
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah,
and like
I mean,
you guys work full time, John.
the part that I kind of that I understand and am experienced with is how to proceed with something, like how the process goes. Not necessarily differences on laws from state to state, but rather, how it's handled whenever you're, testifying or going through it, what's available to you as a victim, that sort of thing. Like, I know this, what is, what sort of benefits you can potentially get, about VOCA, which is the right to victims' compensation, those kinds of things.
Right. And there's like a second part, like the interaction with her parents as well. Do you know anything of that sort?
With whose parents?
Lainey?
Lainey's. I know that they were unhappy with the arrangement.
Right. And the circumstances of their marriage as it relates to the state and federal grooming law.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Well, I'm not trying to be rude here. We'll have you on tomorrow, but if we're going over the circumstances of the case against Anisia and everything, I think that's what your stream is going to be about entirely.
Yeah.
A large part of this is supposed to be about Chris Hansen. We're discussing certain things about the case, but if you're establishing elements of the case and you already know those elements of the case, which is what a couple of people in the chat are stating that you're testing Lola, which is fine, but that's not the purpose of why we have Lola on the stream today in the first place. If you don't, maybe one day, like maybe next week or something, we have both of you on here, and you can both have back and forth about what she can be, what Repsion can be, or so Repsion. I always get those two confused. They're like the same person.
They're fused. It'd just be easier that way if you two could communicate with each other anyway, because it's just So like we could set something up. How about that? And
actually, I would like that, but it's very important to understand something fully if you're going to make.
Yeah, if you're going to understand something fully, you just read it.
Well, yeah. I don't know what specific claim that I'm making in particular, but I mean, ultimately, whether
or not there's a crime that he can be charged with, I guess is what he's getting at.
Yeah, and ultimately, what I do is, I'm not law enforcement. Do I assist with them? Yes. And what I assist with is the collection of digital evidence. Now, it's up to someone that is in law enforcement to determine whether or not that is any of what they find evidence-wise is a criminal offense, because everything's going to be different from state to state. So, that's not my job. I mean, I have more of an understanding of it than most people. So I'm able to determine that at least. But whenever I was looking into this, I specifically was looking into state laws just to check into them. Like I refer to that.
Okay, I think that's fair, and we're way off in the weeds here. Look,
I'm just like, isn't it
Yeah.
related though? If Chris Hansen was investigating Onision, and that's like, I think that's where the connection's lying, right?
Well, so people brought up the child grooming
I could be
statute.
wrong.
I'm reading it, and I'm at section E of it. I can't find anything that states it's all about if she's a minor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you groom them, if you're a legal guardian, and the issue is he does not have any sexual relationship with her until she's an adult by her own admission. Now, did he groom her? Yeah, 100%. Is that's not what you can't just. I'm not trying to be difficult here, and while we can go back and forth on it tomorrow because I think I'm making a more of a substantial claim than Lola is here. And you're more than free to disagree with me here and explain to me why I'm wrong. I think that I really want to hear that because I'm reading through this and I can't agree with you on it, right?
Well,
so we need to have like an actual conversation tomorrow when we're doing your interview.
Yeah, because maybe there's something we're not catching. Because also Grim Hades right here. Unfortunately, no, there is no crime. So.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
No, I mean it sounds like it should be a crime, right? But the United States doesn't recognize it because the United States stops the moment she becomes an adult.
Yeah,
they're not going to charge you for child abuse if she's an adult at the time.
All right, let's
find.
Yeah,
I want to talk about Chris Hansen only because look, my thing is, I don't think Chris Hansen believes that there is a crime that he can actually be charged with. And when I look at Chris, no, I think that he sees something where he can just keep digging at Onision, and it's just content for him. It's something he can build his clout right back off of. Now, maybe he really does think that there's an actual crime there that Onision can be charged with. And if that's the case, he's an even worse human being because the way he's gone about it gives Onision defense after defense after defense of any claim ever made against him because he's sitting there doing these interviews, giving these people attention, giving them every reason to accuse Onision of the worst things in the fucking book because they get to go on the show with Chris Hansen. Again and again and again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's calling him the Washington psycho brat or some shit. Like, I mean, come on.
Grim Hades, this is all for him to sensationalize.
And he's going to, and he has been.
Yeah,
I mean, look, he went and sold fucking coronavirus miracle cure off of this.
He did the thing with the Black Lives Matter.
I know, like, the dude is in it for himself. Like, maybe he thinks that there's an actual crime there that the police can go after. But he's not there to assist the cops. He's there to destroy Onision and build himself up off of it. He's no different than any other, like, fucking YouTuber trying to destroy somebody bigger than them.
Hold on. Okay, because, like, let's just come to, like, a resolve right now. So
what
we'll do is tomorrow, along with the interview with Wow, right, because we want to know about him, he can explain some of the counters that he has instead. And Lola, if you want to watch and you guys have disagreements with his points, right, or you have rebuttals, what we'll do is we'll set something up so you two can like address it. So that way we're not like doing the middleman thing. Does that sound cool?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So Wow, is that cool with you? If you're in here, just hit me up wherever. Because I think that are we all agreed? Crow, Steve, are we agreed?
Yeah, that's cool.
Right, I could be wrong here. I'm not a legal expert. 100%.
Yeah. And like, what is it?
I just want to learn things. That's why.
Grim. Yeah, Grim too. You look like you know what you're talking about, Grim Hades. So, if ever you want to like chime in and talk about it too, like feel free. So yeah, I'm down for all of us. You know, like we're all gonna just like learn something from it. So,
but you don't want to listen to Grim. He's a fucking idiot.
Oh, never mind. Okay, sorry.
I know Grim.
Oh, you know Grim.
Serious shade.
Oh shit.
I know him. I'm being.
Fucking moron. Like, oh, okay, never mind. All right, so let's just get back into where we were going.
Okay. So what I want to cover so that it's because this is basically what I have that's the I said the bullet to the headshot. So I went through a lot of the old interviews because I wanted to see where he was talking about an investigation and all this other stuff. Like, you know, we're going to pursue it. We're going to go with this and until he's in jail. Like, I wanted to get him saying, you know, that his intention was to see him arrested, to get justice, to establish that, because that doesn't fit along with what he's doing now, clearly. I wanted to be able to show people that and realize, like, have them realize that this was clear the whole time. So here are some of the things that I got from it, and this was it might be a little jumbled because of the way that I kind of copied and pasted things from the transcript. So bear with me on that. He says many YouTubers depend on those ad dollars to put their shows on. Us not so much. We're going to do this regardless. We want to hear the voice of the victim, and perhaps prevent other people from becoming victims. That's what this is all about. At this point, it's pretty clear you are not concerned with journalistic integrity and really just like getting video views. Is he talking about himself? He's talking about me. Which, that's interesting to me because you don't know who said that. Hansen or Onusian. I think some of this is so funny because you can't, like, it parallels each other. But in having this platform to talk about stuff like this and hopefully helping other young girls and other women that have been in the same situation, or to either stop them from being in that situation, or to help them feel like they're not alone if they've already been through it. And then this is from the second Shiloh interview. The type of person where I try to understand where people come from. Or he says, I'm the type of person where I try to understand where people come from. It's levels of manipulation and gaslighting and bringing you down in your self-esteem as much as you can to make you as weak of a person as you possibly can. You would think if you're in this much trouble, if you're facing multiple investigations at the local and federal level, and we know that it's confirmed, you would shut up. So he flat out says that, like, there's investigation. You would think that, you know, if you're facing investigations at the local and federal level, that you would shut up. He knew there weren't any. Like, the next one. I was a reporter before you're born, and I'll be a reporter after, and I'll still be a reporter. I don't know. This was kind of mixed up. After you go to prison or something like that. You know, I'm just doing my job here. I'm very passionate about it. I just can't even get into the mind of a person who will go back out and keep at it under multiple criminal investigations. So again, he's saying that he's under investigation.
Right.
The times that he says this, and this is when Hansen gets like really heated. That caught me off guard. I was just like, damn, okay. What I'm learning from the sheriff's department now is that they're compiling a list of victims and potential charges here, and then that information will go along with the sheriff's to the local prosecutor's office to go through, and it will be made from a legal standpoint what the process from there is. So the police and the detectives are bundling their case, they're gathering their evidence, they're talking to the victims, they're putting it all nicely in a package with a bow on it, and they hand it over to the prosecutor's office. The prosecutor then reviews it and decides if there's enough evidence to file charges. He's saying that all that's happening.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. None of that happened. None of it. Because it couldn't have. The part of the evidence is the testimony.
Yeah.
That's important. That's why it's so, you know, important that you know, both people. Also, it's so hard to prosecute these kinds of cases. There's a 3% conviction rate. And it's because a lot of it is based on what the other person is saying. Like, it, in a lot of these cases, you know, they don't always have DNA evidence. And
Right.
even if you do, that doesn't always pan out. I mean, I learned that from personal experience. You still
Right.
got the dude's DNA. They aren't always going to accept that.
Damn.
It's
I mean, it's something where it needs to be actually handled with some level of care, and it's not. I mean, it's so clearly not.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. We're going to continue here on this channel to pursue justice for the victims, survivors in this case, and to bring somebody to justice, as we've mentioned many times, who is allegedly engaged in reprehensible behavior. Like, it's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating, because here's what I did today. This is part of why I pushed back. And here's the bullet. I was calling Pierce County before Hansen ever showed up.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with them, talking with them. I mostly was talking with victims advocates, and specifically one that kind of would handle things if it dealt with minors at the time. So I talked with them a good bit, but I had called, the prosecuting attorney's office. And I'm like, what if I call them now? Like, what if I check up? Because back then there was still a lot that hadn't like really started up, because it was the 7th or 8th of January that I called them.
Right.
And then it was the 9th that Hansen showed up.
Oh, so okay, yeah. So it was all completely
So
prior.
it was right before. I was just like, damn, dude, you're late. And I was like, I thought I'd be following him, but I'm ahead of him, all right. So basically, he's been saying that there's been investigations, that he's been talking to people, blah blah blah. He brings that Troyer guy on, whose own son committed statutory rape, by the way. That was all screwed up. But I called and asked, and I'm like, can you see if there's been if there's anything going on with a James Jackson, like anything that's happened since the beginning of the year, as far as in reference to evidence collection, what detective is working on it, that sort of thing, if there's anything being collected. And so she's kind of like looking around at it, or she's like, I see one thing. The case says it was closed on the 27th of March. And I'm like, 27th of March. And I was like, okay, so what was that then? Because that's odd if that was a thing. I'm like, okay, well, when did it start? And she gave me a date that was sometime in January. I'm like, what was that? What were the charges against James? She's like, no, the charges were against a Chris Hansen. I'm like, what? I beg your pardon. What? And she's like, yeah, the defendant here is Chris Hansen.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, so is there
What was he charged with?
She's getting to it. She's building it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harassment.
Damn.
I'm like,
it's a good look.
Yeah, I was like, has there been any investigation or anything collected on a James Jackson? She's like, no, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I have it recorded.
And it wouldn't be like filed under Greg? Like it wouldn't be from before he changed his name?
No, because they would be able to see multiple aliases. I also gave a birthday.
All right.
Yeah, and the address as well. So, yeah. There has never been an investigation. There's never been any work with the police. Never.
So he was lying every time he said that, because he'd be
Every
like, "Oh, there's a
fucking
federal investigation.
time.
The FBI's on it."
Wait a
He
minute.
was lying.
Didn't Chris Hansen like interview one of the law enforcement over there?
Troyer.
Yeah. And
he's the media outreach.
yeah, and he's like basically, oh, we get calls about the guy all the time. It's whatever, like.
Well, they
almost
do. I mean, because people know his phone number, they know his address, they know his name.
Yeah.
They're calling the cops and saying he's abusing children. Go check him out right now. How have you not watched this YouTube video? I'll send you the link to the YouTube video you can watch right now. It's on a YouTuber's channel. His name's Repsion. He's got so many videos. I mean, like, imagine being the police department there, getting calls on a daily fucking basis. At a certain point, they're just like, well, clearly this young gentleman is being harassed by online harassers who have no fucking clue what they're fucking doing.
Yeah. Don't forget they also used Leafy videos, Crow.
Those are my favorite ones. Those are my favorite ones, dude.
It's the best.
No, this is the problem, right?
Yeah.
Try getting the cops to take anything seriously at this point.
Yeah.
They don't.
It doesn't seem like they did. You know.
Then they didn't. I mean, when I talked to them, like even then they were a little like, and that's because when he was talking about, he's like, you know, I know that your local police department is real familiar with this gentleman or whatever you're saying. He's like, there's been 19 incidents, 19 calls out to his residence. Yeah, half of them were randos off YouTube.
Yeah,
that called. I went through because I have what's called it's CAD incident query. It's basically any incident that is related to a particular address, which was his. It's Onision's address. Yeah. So anything related to that, the date that it happened, the incident number, what it regarded, and then I have each incident report. And none of these are like, let's open a sample one. Here's one. Here's one for harassment, and it's Onision pressing it against Repsion.
Yeah,
that was March 22nd of last year.
I think he's talked about how he had to go to court over this.
Yeah. It's a civil issue regarding slander. RP advised to contact an attorney.
Well, damn.
Let's see. The 25th of this year, something about a fire. There's they were burning garbage. Like that's literally what some of these incident reports are. They're not like, it's incidents.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Yeah. So.
I mean, yeah. Why? Again, when you do stupid shit like that to this guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those waters had already been muddy because of idiots filing unmeritorious. Gosh, I'm terrible. Unmeritorious police reports. Mm-hmm. Again, like you could say right now, you could call the cops. Like Onision could have Repsion on the floor right now, and he could just be pile driving into him, right? And Repsion could be screaming bloody murder, saying this man is doing the worst things to. Again, I'm joking a little bit, but you know what I mean. Like he could literally be murdering somebody in his house right now, and there'd be someone outside watching it happen, calling the cops, saying, "Please send someone immediately." Repsion is being murdered by Onision right this second. I can watch it. I can see it for myself. And the cops will go, "Can you please stop fucking calling us?"
Pretty much. Like, I mean, I feel like it's something.
Wolf. They've been crying wolf. Like, that's what's been happening. Like, people don't understand what is something that's actually up to be concerned about. Because again, like I don't know the hardcore specifics of like every state law. And that's why I, encourage people, like I don't want to always deal directly. Like I'll go to a legal advocate in that particular area or victims advocate, because those are typically the things that I cover. And then I'll specifically ask them and work with them on it. And that's kind of how I operate. But yeah, like at least call and to be like, does this sound weird to you? Like at least address it that way. Like get some advice on it. Look into it a little bit, and that's not even done. And then, in regards to, but here's what through all of this though, there is a blaring crime that did occur. Yeah. And that was with Anonymous Gene.
I'm glad you brought up Anonymous Gene, actually.
He followed me. I don't know who he was.
Anonymous Gene is he's like Slug.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Because his
he's,
account got deleted pretty much like
it's
15 minutes after.
Yeah, it's continually deleted. So Gene, what are these people whenever I say something, like I have like a silver anonymous mask that I wear ironically.
Yeah, Gene.
You know?
Real quick for some kind, Gene is a fucking menace. Like if you thought
Is
Slug was bad, like
I have no idea.
take it away, Lola. Take it away.
Okay, so Gene is sloppy. Gene doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he doesn't seem to understand. He definitely doesn't understand OSINT. OSINT is the thing that I do where I'm nosy. It's what people think Google. I'm just Googling. No, it's called OSINT. It's open source intelligence. But what you can glean from that and everything that he puts out there's more information I can get from it than what he's just showing. So I dug into him and found out where he was on Reddit, where he was on different places, his digital footprint everywhere, because he just walked through the mud and then ran all over the internet. I'm just like, well, let's just follow this guy. And I figured out where he lives.
No, I don't know for anybody who doesn't know this in chat, anybody in this panel who doesn't know this, he has been targeting John Swan and threatening to dox him. He actually took down or attempted to take down one of his videos. He false flagged it.
Anonymous Gene did that to John?
Anonymous Gene.
But he lives in Australia. Who's going to do anything about that?
Yeah, a bunch of menaces, dudes. I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
Lola, have you heard of Superhound?
Talk to him.
Superhound.
Yeah, he does kind of the same thing, and he does it for extortion value. He'll take down your video and threaten to get your YouTube channel deleted unless you pay him Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what he does is
in the chat. What the heck's going on?
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, he was in the chat. He was.
Oh my gosh.
He's in timeout now.
Gene, go work on your fucking cars.
What did he say though? What did he? I want to know what he said.
Anonymous Gene is here.
Oh wait, I think we can see.
And-
He doesn't quite talk like that. He's almost
okay.
60.
Oh, good
Oh
job,
my
Lola.
god, it's even worse, dude. You're fucking 60.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man.
No, he is. Yeah, Lola's right.
Oh, God.
Gene sent the first name and the sender city for that threat sent to Repsion. Yes.
Oh my
That's right,
god.
Gene is a menace.
Gene,
don't
you
come
do
after
realize
us.
that there was a call made to the FBI that they actually were talked to in all of this, and it was about you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, Anonymous Gene is back. How the fuck did you find this stream?
Yeah, well,
fucking-
hold on.
He likes me. No,
Anonymous
I don't know.
Gene, do you have anything to say about that?
No, he got timed out. Don't worry.
Well,
I guys,
He'll be
if he
timed
wants to answer that question, let him respond when he gets back here. I'm genuinely curious. Are you aware? Unless our guest finds him too distasteful, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious. Do you not understand that what you did is, if what I'm being told is correct, is a fucking felony?
No, and this is the problem.
And I captured all of it, you fucking idiot.
Yes.
Jesus,
Yeah,
what?
that's his-
What is with the
What'd you
fucking
capture?
internet tough guys? Like, I don't fucking
No,
get
listen,
it. Are you really
bro.
this dumb?
Because you have to pay attention to this part. You got to.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Hansen constantly gets these people around, Slug, Gene, these hackers and shit, to
Yeah.
constantly false flag videos and shit. Doesn't that seem like some bullshit, scummy thing for him to do? Like, they all work for Hansen. This is what he surrounds himself with, is a fucking hackers and shit.
Don't.
Well, how come this stream didn't get flagged? But the other
Sorry, Lola. You know what I meant, though. Lola, look, hackers. Like, there you go.
Bless their
Right.
heart. They like to tinker.
Yeah, I was like, redemption? Did I get redemption? I did the thing. You laugh.
Dude, because there's so much intel I could gather from the screenshots that he posted. I mean, first off, I looked in the tabs that he has open and then the things that he has bookmarked. He listens to ZZ Top. That's kind of odd. Like,
Jeez.
that's some
what's wrong with ZZ
boomer.
Top?
It's just some boomer shit. That's not
Well,
what
it's
if
60,
you're getting
right?
into if you're getting into the into the mainframe, you can listen to ZZ Top. Like,
Yeah, Allie.
I like music. I like all music. I'm
But
not trying to
yeah.
I don't know what Gene's done, but I just
He
think,
doesn't
going
have. He
after
doesn't
the
even use a
music tasting music.
VPN. He's gonna go freak out on lolcow and don't use a VPN. You
Oh
fucking
my
idiot.
God.
If he listened to mumble rap, I'd be like, what the
Hey, Gene.
Oh,
A 6-year-old
my mom says
listening to mumble rap.
she's a boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look. So I don't like, dude.
Are you okay?
I can't fucking understand Chris Hansen. I really can't. Right? Like, dude, if you want to go back to being who you were before, newsflash. Stop hanging out with people who are willing to work with you for fucking free.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, dumbass. They're not building you up. You're building them up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're a broke fucking boomer. You're a broke fucking boomer. Your whole life has fallen apart. You used to be a B-list celebrity. Now you're a fucking YouTube joke. Look who you surround yourself with.
Can you highlight Soge's comment?
Thank
You know, okay, so we've had Slug in here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, so we've had fucking Slug come in here.
Slug.
You know what Slug
Vince coming
tried
in
doing
here.
to us? Hold on. Before we bring up Vince, you know what Slug tried doing to us? He wanted to stream snipe us. So you know what I did to him? I stream sniped him, and he lost his fucking mind while we were doing it.
I
Yeah.
would just start reading out his fucking homework.
It's only a matter of time before Chris comes on, right? Because all of his little henchmen have come on. They're gonna go back to him and be like, "Do you know crows talk about you?" And then he'll come on. One day.
Hey, Anonymous Cheat. Can you tell Chris Hansen I told him he can suck my fucking dick?
Mama Crow isn't here, Crow. What are you doing?
Hey, Anonymous Gene.
He's
can
passionate.
you also tell Chris Hansen he can kiss my mother's ass? Is that better? Is that better, Aura?
How about
Well,
can
no.
you
Well, no.
tell Chris Hansen that I'm about to end any chance of him ever having a career again? That
Oh my.
There's a lot of yeah. Look,
that I'm not gonna
Is
say
he
take
still
a
in
seat.
timing?
I'm gonna say sit the fuck down.
300 seconds.
You're
that's
done.
5 minutes.
You are done. I know that there's all these other channels out there you're currently concerned with, you know, they're doing their offensive dude thing or whatever. Fine. But I've been literally on your tail, if not in front of you, for months.
There's a couple things going on.
I remember when Drama and Opinions did a video about Nano Vapor Biotech. Chris Hansen's official Twitter account replied with an angry tweet to her. Yeah, Chris Hansen's a petty little bitch. Hey, Chris, welcome to YouTube, where people are going to criticize you and you act like a fucking idiot. Guess what? You're a fucking idiot. Guess what that means? You get criticized. Deal with it.
Gene is back,
Jesus.
first of all.
All right.
Okay, wait.
Lola in your little apartment, all alone loser. Hey, Anonymous Gene, look at what you're doing, you stupid bitch. You went onto a stream that's got like 40 fucking viewers on it. Dude, I thought you were Chris Hansen's little knob polisher. Why don't you go back to Chris Hansen and get back to fucking licking the tip? Remember, massage it well and stroke the shaft nice and hard. I know you're 60 years old, so really practice that grip string. Motherfucker, I fucking love.
No, don't let him leave. Don't let him leave yet. No. He says I'm alone in this apartment. I've got a cute little twink boyfriend in there ready that I can fuck at any point. What do you mean I'm alone in here?
Well, okay, hold on. Wolf Cash talked to Onision. Wolf Cash talked to Onision. That's from.
Apparently Onision was streaming, so I think he ended that stream.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. A minor who shall not be named. Just let us know that 18 and up over there by Steve's head.
Yeah, 18 and up.
But thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, I get Edwin streaming, but I don't have time to we're streaming right now.
By the way, the minor who shall not be named says this is pretty great right now. So you're entertaining him.
I'm blown away by the fucking idiots that keep popping onto the stream.
I just don't know if he's eager to get he tries to be a hacker. He doesn't even succeed in it, but he gets fucking arrested. Like, how do you feel, buddy?
No.
Did he get arrested?
He hacked us by running a fucking search to see who was talking about Chris Hansen tonight.
Well, Nick DiOrio was. He wasn't there.
What? what he did was he doxed an individual and made a call to action numerous times. That's domestic terrorism.
Yeah. Oh, Wolf
I don't know the
Cash.
context. I don't know exactly what he did. So
He did a YouTube search to see if anyone was insulting his daddy, and he found somebody insulting his daddy, and he hacked his way into the stream by clicking on the link.
Steve,
It's
I
like
don't know.
fucking magic.
Yeah, we got addressed in chat.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, Steve and I.
question Edwin on the stream about the police. Oh, because he's with that click, the click that keeps like paying attention to me. So maybe I can't get his attention. I don't know.
Probably.
There's a moth in here.
I
can try. I'll see if I can get in touch.
Go for it. I don't have the ability to
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
To deal with
Steve,
that.
do the thing. They always notice you for whatever reason.
I don't know why.
I don't even tweet mean things anymore. I say nice things and they get angry. So fuck it. Yeah, I'll just be like, hey.
Mama Crow earmuffs.
I'll tweet them like a picture of a platypus, and they'll be like, "What the fuck does this mean?
You
What's he trying to
racist!
say?"
Okay,
You
okay.
racist misogynist.
So who else have we had fucking jump on here? We had Vincent Nicotra, who jumped on to because he wanted to talk about Chris Hansen with us.
Mhm.
And he was terrified to actually come onto the stream because which was actually the one smart thing he did, because I was ready to tear him a fucking new one, which I had to do from the chat because he was too much of a pussy to actually come on stream. Who else? Westmos only showed up because Vincent DeCrostro was in the chat, but I have no clue why Westmos was even watching our stream in the fucking first place.
Cause of judgment. If he sold the story to Investigation Discovery, not anymore. Checks in the mail, debt free. Thanks, Repsion.
Wait, what?
Saint
what?
Eve bless DeLive.
Oh god, that's gotta be John.
I like Soge's maple syrup and whiskey.
DeLive's. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to mention this also. That the people that were interviewed that don't want to be a part of the story filed the cease and desist with Discovery's legal team.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called a tortuous interference.
Tortious interference. Remember that, Crow?
I remember.
But
here's my thing, right? They could still run a story on it. They could do a fucking made-for-TV movie and just call it something else.
Well, they did that with Casey Anthony.
Yeah. I mean, they could just do that. Like, at the end of the day, I can't figure out what you're trying to say here. Do you want more people to know about it, or are you upset that somebody is profiting off of your story? Which one is it? Is it more important to expose a predator, or is it more important that you get to keep the proceeds of the story? I need to understand here, because it doesn't actually seem like anyone actually gives a shit about Anisian, being taken down, paying for his fucking crimes. It seems like everyone's just a little pissy that they're not getting a piece of the pie that some fucking old grifting grandpa showed up and took from them.
So here's one of the problems. They want to basically take down, or at least, I don't want to say use Chris Hansen's name, because I don't think that's correct. They basically want to point out that he's a fucking liar. He's a grifter or whatever. That's what they want to do. But I think we all fucking get it. I mean, there are some people that are like, oh, he's trying to like spread awareness. And that's the thing. That's something that they would say. Repsion would probably say some shit like that, if he was in Hansen's shoes. Let's just throw a hypothetical out here. And this is like, anybody can chime in on this actually. If Repsion had a contract with Hansen and they were in this together, do you think Hansen would be vocal and start talking shit about Hansen at all? You
mean Repsion would be vocal?
There you go. I knew you'd figure it
out. No,
out.
he'd shut his trap boy mouth about it.
Yeah.
He'd sit there and he'd talk about how, this is such a good thing. This is, he's a fucking
It's a new one.
He'd shut his fucking mouth. He'd talk about, this is so good. We're finally getting to expose Anisian to a larger audience. This is what we've always wanted. This is what we've always wanted. And by the way, I'm going to appear on TV.
Yep.
Let's call him a fucking trap boy. Trap boy Repsia.
What is a trapoid?
You don't want to know when you're older, Steve.
I'm older. Oh, fuck.
When you're older.
You're too precious for
like,
this
what?
world.
Well, we can look up Ultras, but not fucking Trap Boy.
Okay, all right. Steve, do you really want to know? I'll get you the Google definition of a trap boy.
Put it in the DMs.
No, put it in the public chat, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll put it in the public chat.
Look, I'm just, it's a fucking joke. Look, man, I get it. Chris Hansen, piece
Trap
of
Boy?
shit. Yeah, Trap Boy.
Oh, I thought you said Trapoid. Like, I know what a Trap Boy is.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's what he called Repsion.
It's a specific
Okay.
shape when
Look.
when you tuck.
My point here is, fuck, the miner who shall not be named is even clowning on you.
When you're older, Steve.
Of course he wouldn't. He'd be waiting
gotta
for the
turn on
check
my
and ask
volume.
Freddie Prinze Jr. to play him in the dramatization in the Investigation Discovery special.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Saint Eve DeLive is too precious for this world.
No, like I think it's I'm sorry, it's such a fucking joke, right? I get it. I get that you're pissy at fucking grandpa over here who took you guys for a fucking ride. And he did. You gave him all the information because you thought he was bringing all this clout to your fucking movement. And in reality, he didn't give a shit about any of it. But newsflash, Repsion, you don't fucking care about it either. You fucking do it all for your own fucking name, all for your own fucking attention. That's why when you heard about the Investigation Discovery special and you were sitting there bitching for 10 minutes about how he didn't keep his promises to me, you went on about how he's going to sell a fucking dramatization and how, who's going to play Anishi in the special, who's going to play me in the special. At no point did you
Why would it be in special?
it's not about the victim. It's always been about you, you precious little bitch. Jesus. And I listen to fucking John Swan do his fucking expose on Chris Hansen. Oh, it's so popular to go after Chris Hansen now. Yeah, he's a fucking joke, and so are all of you. Jesus. Like, what? God damn.
Yo, I didn't bring the right drink.
Facts.
You cannot use the excuse that you don't care about the clout, that you don't care about any of the profits, you don't care about the monetization, you don't care about the audience around it, you care only about exposing Anishi for the fucking predator he is, and then bitch that it's on a fucking TV network now. You goddamn idiots.
Cheers.
So when he goes to get a sponsor, do you think he brings up like, I've helped bring awareness to people about, you know, bad people like Anishi?
Yes.
So like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, he's trying to, he's using it for his own profit and shit.
Yeah. Call's in the chat. Everybody calm him down.
They're saying don't call.
No, one person said don't call. One person. All right.
I like when crew. Like, I don't like it when he gets like out of breath, but you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm tired now.
Well, I don't want him to die one day of a heart attack or something.
Oh, that'd be insane if Crow just croaked on
Oh
stream.
my god, I fucking would too. Like,
Yo, yeah, for real. He just croaks on stream. Like his
you
diabetes.
think because I'm out of breath, because I get a fucking brain aneurysm for the fucking stupidity.
Yeah, all you hear is, and that's it. That's the final
Would
thing
the
you
stream
hear.
just keep going?
Yes.
I don't have any control.
Yeah, it would just keep going, man.
Somebody call someone.
No, I mean, the level of fucking stupidity out of these fucking assholes. I swear, like, I get it. It's funny to clown on fucking Chris Hansen. But, like, Jesus, man. Like, how are you going to sit there and act like you're fucking better than the dude? He just got one over on you precious little bitches. I'm so sorry. Repsion. You've been playing this fucking game for years, and Grandpa Grifter showed up, and in months took us all for a fucking ride. Wow. How stupid you must fucking feel.
Yo.
Dude, they could probably both learn from each other.
Everyone's
So
concerned about you
Repsion, yeah, but Repsion could teach him how to sell socks because he's obviously desperate for money doing those $50 cameos. And then Chris can show him how to get his stupid shows on network television, and they can have like a kind of symbiotic relationship
Are you
instead of
having a
trying to
good
kill
time,
each other.
Lola? Lola, are you having a good time? Welcome to the Crows of Judgment.
Curse of Judgment.
Where we
Where we
judge,
yell.
and this one is losing control. Are you having a good time?
See, no, this is I typically feel this way about people all the time. Like this is my constant. Like that's why I don't go outside. Part of the reason. It's because I'm just gonna scream at people.
Cyan says
You
that's
know?
the age getting to him. Get off
you
my
guys-
lawn!
You guys got almost 1,000 subs because of Crow's yelling. So
Because of Crow's yelling. He just
Yeah.
lost like
Why
2
they
years
like
of
it.
life expectancy. That's it. He's a fucking done.
Speaking of which, since
You
we're
watch
gonna die,
videos for 3
since
seconds
this
at a
channel's
time?
gonna die
Yeah.
soon when I fucking die of my fucking brain aneurysm for covering this goddamn story, please like and subscribe to the fucking stream where you can hear me rant and scream and bitch just like all these other assholes.
So Gay says,
But I do it better.
Hansen!
You just have to be edgier and say like retard sometimes, and then it'll be fine. That's the
no,
qualification.
I'm not gonna say fucking retard. I'm gonna say they have fucking
You
brain damage.
just said it. Like, fucking God.
Whatever your preferential nomenclature is, go for it.
Okay, they're all brain damaged.
Dude, you're gonna have to tighten up soon because remember what John told you.
Everyone tells him.
Not John Swan.
He doesn't.
Follow Crow to put on earmuffs for little boy for love of the ghosts.
Yeah, don't blame it on your brain aneurysm.
Oh, Mama Crow to put on earmuffs. You're a little boy.
The edgier dude crew. Like, fuck, man.
Hello, are you having a good time?
This is the age. Be careful, you're gonna get cut.
I don't like here's the thing, right? When I go into the streams, I openly say like, man, I'm a dick to people, right? I don't sit there and pretend, oh, I'm the nicest guy in the fucking world. By the way, you're all pieces of shit. Like, I don't do that kind of crap, right? Yeah. I can't stand people who pretend like they have better morals than the next guy. Yeah. You know, they don't. Like, dude, you don't. None of you fuckers do. You're all there to monetize your content. That's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not gonna cry because you want to make money off of covering the story. It's what you do. It's your job, right? Like, a lot of you do YouTube full time. Repsion does YouTube full time. I get it. He covers Onision because he monetizes it. Even if he can't monetize those specific videos, he still sells Teespring. He still does Patreon. He still uses his audience to get him onto his OnlyFans and sell his fucking feet pics, which is weird. But whatever. It's his job. Okay? Fine. Like, go for it. Make your goddamn money. But don't bitch that Chris Hansen showed up and did it better than you. Because that's all this is. He just showed up and he did it better than you.
Look at our chat. It's just Phil. Hansen!
Yeah. See, here's what kills me about when I make the whole like edgy dude crew joke. The thing is that I really like Mudahar, the Some Ordinary Gamers. I really like him.
Oh my God, Crow, look at Thoge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Like I'm subscribed to him. I watch him. Like, that's what I actually commented on one of his videos, and he got back to me, and I told him, I can give you info about this, and hopefully you can actually help people. And then he never responded to me again. And we have he friended me on Discord. And then didn't talk to me, and then messaged me, and he's like, "Yeah, Slug's really throwing you under the bus," and then said 2 other things, and then never said anything to me again. I'm like,
how does he know Slug? Oh, I guess Slug's on Edwin's stream sometimes and shit.
Yeah, there was some running into him, and then with Edwin, he's been made aware. I just don't understand. Are they wanting information? I don't get it.
Wait. They've been featuring Slug.
That's what I've heard. That's what
Edwin
I see in the
had
title.
him on a stream, and they basically kind of called him out, they were calling him out.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they've been shitting on him. He's in their chats and shit. He's on all those major streams, and he's in the chat.
Hey, all right, respect. I thought for a second there it was the other way around. I was going to be like, wow.
And
see, they're holding him accountable.
Here's what I'm worried about is this is the shit that always happens with me. Whenever, the whole reason I started a YouTube channel was because I had to fucking defend myself, and so, and unfortunately, I just learned how to video edit in the process. But I have this, that people always just go around saying shit about me. like constant, like they're always just that I have ulterior motives, or that they're saying that I'm a clout chaser or something. And I'm just like, I hate that fucking word. I'm 35 years old. I don't fucking care. That sounds like I just got an STD. Like I need antibiotics. I don't want clout. Like that sounds itchy.
Really,
Like
Lola?
like,
Just made clout
look,
sound so gross.
I want to get some I'm sorry. I want to get some clarification earlier. Just when I'm talking about people ragging on Chris Hansen right now, look, I'm ripping on the guy too. You know, Lolo, you're ripping on him too. You know what? He's a piece of shit. You know, if you've never commented on any of this stuff and now you're commenting on Chris Hansen, go for it, right? But like someone put in this comment, right? I think it was Ravenous Hound. I'm sorry. I need to keep it highlighted when I see it. But talking about how, you know, Repsion says this isn't his job. Because he's fake as all shit, right? Like
it isn't his job now, but he was more than happy to give this, you know, Hansen whatever the fuck he wanted at any beck and call. You know?
You gave it to him. Like you went onto his stream. You told him all this shit. You tried to get him to jump into making jokes about Kai being trans and shit. Like I saw, like, dude, I'll give WoW plenty of credit here for clipping up all of that interview. Right? Repsion looks like a fucking punk.
Yeah.
And then you want to turn around and say how, like, Chris Hansen grifted us and it's so bad. No, he got you. And you went to your entire massive fan base of anti-O dipshits and got them all to cheer it on. And now you're sitting there going like, well, he made money and I didn't get any. Yeah, you didn't, because he's not there for you. He's not there for the community. He's always been there for himself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, rip on him, make fun of him, but don't pretend you're any fucking better. Yeah. Like, and the commentary channels that are now featuring fucking Repsion, like Augie and shit, right? Yeah, I like Augie. I think Augie's entertaining. Augie got Susie Liu to admit on his stream to false flagging people. Got her to show her.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He got Keemstar to admit to doxing. Augie is not a bad person. But you know what, man?
How do you do that?
Sometimes... Well, I mean, it's Keemstar. He likes to brag.
They basically, long story short, they basically like brought up the evidence that was collected by Nick DiOrio. They went over it, and then they basically presented him the evidence, and Keemstar said yes, he was doing it to try and like get even with the guy. So he was going to send it to him in order to scare him, which is intent to harass. And Keemstar's like, yeah, you know, I sent it to him to scare him, and like that's intent to harass. And he's like, yeah, well, fuck it, I doxed him. What are you going to do? You know?
Yeah. He literally said that.
Yeah, and that's a quote.
My thing is like to act like because you've done good here means that you can't do wrong there. I'm not going to play that fucking game. You guys are wrong on this one. Like, you don't want to call this guy out for the other shitty shit that he's done. Fine. But like, don't feature fucking Repsion because you don't understand. He was promoting Chris Hansen like everybody else was. If your response is, well, he got manipulated by Chris Hansen. Wow, that's really fucking embarrassing. That's really fucking embarrassing. And I'm just genuinely shocked that you're going to give him a pass for that.
Grim hates actually, because it goes along to what you were just saying. He's like, they're overinflating their egos.
Yeah, I've seen this like happen over like even since the beginning of the year. People's egos just holy shit. But like again, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like and this is why I want to get this do my video on this, because I want to get it over with. Like, I want to get this shit over with, and I want to work on the things that make me happy. Like, the reason why it just cracks me up and amuses me, why people think I want to be itchy with clout, is that I have, the YouTubers that I know that I collaborate with are scam baiters that all have over 100,000 subs. Like, I'm not gonna have a problem like promoting my channel, and I'm gonna be doing something that I fucking love. Like, I'm gonna have fun doing it. Like, and even if it doesn't do as well as theirs or anything, like, as long as, again, keep the lights on, that's all right. like I don't want to focus on, I want to do good. Like we go into, we basically figure out who's running different scam call centers. I mean, Jim Browning was able to completely like hack the whole call center and get into their CCTVs and watch them for months and then dismantle them from the inside. That shit's fun as fuck.
Look, I mean, here's the thing, right, Lola? You should absolutely do what you're doing, right? If you honestly, if you ever want assistance with anything or you just want someone to talk to, you have me here, you have Ori here, you have Steve there. Like, I don't care that. Like, someone put this comment. Let me just highlight it. Hold on. Here we go. I can't stand that they allow Repzilla, Repsion, and fucking Edwin in their chat. These guys don't know his bullshit, and if they really know the extent of it, I don't know why they're okay with it. Because they just don't know, and they're not looking into it. That the moment it becomes big, the moment it blows up in their face, the moment they can't deny what's there, right? They're going to turn around. They're going to do videos about how they were manipulated. Oh, look at the exposed video. Well, look at, this was out there, and the cracks just slowly started to form. I mean, no, it's just there. You just don't want to look into it.
Problem. Sorry, I'm sorry. Please go.
Well, again, Repzilla, right? Repzilla constantly gets shit wrong. Constantly. And what's the excuse? We have multiple videos where he says it's because it's fucking head injury. But if you make fun of that, wow, look at how far you took that from the fucking cunt that makes fucking jokes about how Hitler was right. That girl is going to say what jokes are fucking too far. Wow, I fucking suck it. And this bullshit of fucking Edwin, right? Edwin, hey, buddy, I asked you on Twitter. I'll ask you again. I'll ask you as many times as I fucking need to. What fucking police report did you see verifying that a minor was being reported for CP? I really need to fucking know this one, you degenerate fucking scumbag. I understand it. Repsion, you don't want to go against him, but that's the thing. Repsion's got the most clout out of anyone in that group. He already knows that people are going after him, so now he's gone to the fucking commentary channels. Oh, I love you guys. I fucking love you. Just get it all over my face. I'll smear it in my skin. Oh, I fucking love it.
18 and over, everybody. 18 and over.
Over.
Do you think it might be because like a bigger YouTubers?
If they can't figure out why that's happening, I'm sorry, but I really the one thing I hope, and I love most of you guys, I really do. I really like your content, but I really hope when you figure it out, you keep doubling down on what a great fucking person Repsion is, and how he's just so informative, and how bad Chris Hansen is, and how it was probably Chris Hansen that gave him this misinformation and made him act like a fucking scumbag for years.
Okay.
Jesus, dude. No, and again, sorry, just real quick. The shit with like Colton, the minor who can't be named. His name's fucking Colton. Fuck off. You've all spread it. Fuck you.
Was he screaming when he was 17?
Yeah.
Listen. The only reason why I'm bringing that up. How many times have I talked to any channel, and what's their comment, including Maya, right? Because Maya loves to say this. Other large channels like to bring this up too. What does it matter, right? Gripzilla, remember this shit? What does it matter? He's got no platform. He's got no. I mean, he's not a popular channel. What does it matter that he was branded as someone who spreads CP online? Why is that important?
Well,
yeah. How about this, right? What if John Swan got fucking branded as someone spreading CP online by some large YouTuber? All of you fucking assholes would be out there. How dare you say that? Show us the proof. How dare you? Yeah, because he's your fucking friend. But it shouldn't matter. If someone does something that fucking scummy, you think you would look into it, right? If it was John Swan, you'd all be there backing it up. If it was fucking Augie, you would all be there backing it up. You wouldn't sit there and go, oh, well, he's smaller than the other guy, and like, it's not really that important. This whole thing's just gonna blow over. Fuck off. Like, I'm so sick and tired of your bullshit. Like, honestly. Hey, and Nicholas Diorio, again, like your content, like your channel. How about this Twitter interaction I had with you, right? Drama and Opinions, she's an idiot. She's not qualified to be handling this story. Okay. Who should? The police. The police aren't fucking investigating anything, and they're still accusing the minor of spreading CP. What was your response?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Fucking
Like,
nothing.
Yeah, we both responded. All right, Crow, 2 seconds.
Jesus.
Call, first of all. Second of all, there's a DM to you. You should read it. It's from John. Second of all, Steve, you were trying to say something, so you should probably say it now.
Oh, I was just saying, like, maybe it's easier for like a bigger YouTuber, like a big YouTube channel, to tell another YouTube channel that's also big, like, hey, man, since they've probably gone through the same something like this in some point in their career, you can play it off like, well, remember that time this creep was like coming after you and you were innocent and everything. This is what's happening here. So you don't really need to look into it or anything. But when Crow's sending you direct messages, fucking saying this shit, and then you're defending it up until a point and then just ignoring him after, that's kind of sus. Like,
yeah. And
I mean, again, I freely admit I'm an asshole, but like, come on, like, at least address the fucking point there. There's no police report against this kid they branded as restoring CP, right? There's none. And according to Lola, I would love to see what you do wind up digging up here. They did contact the police, which we did verify ourselves as well, but they contacted the police over something entirely different. You have Edwin, who's another major YouTuber, that he brings the fucking receipts. You just told your entire audience that you verified there was a fucking police report. What the fuck did you see, dude? And none of you idiots care. Like, none of you fucking give a shit. This guy's got 700,000 subs. He's branding fucking minors as pedos.
Here's another thing, Crow, because here's another thing. My problem with Repzilla, Repsion, and Edwin being a part of this, like, the drama clique now, right? They were the ones pro Hansen. They were the ones feeding Hansen. They were the ones by his side until very recently. Now they won't shut the fuck up about Hansen. Now they're the ones spearheading shit. Repsion is like, we're gonna. What did he say there? He's gonna harass the channel, or some shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, Repsion, what are you gonna fucking do? What did Chris Hansen do?
He said he was gonna harass the channel.
Not like the television show Discovery.
Oh,
remember? He's like, yeah. If you pull up his video, he's like, we're gonna. I can't remember. I don't want to fuck this up. I'll find it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Some mile level shit.
Again. What did Chris Hansen do that was illegal? Like, honestly, what did he do that was fucking illegal? He's not an Onision. Is he a piece of shit? 100%. Did he grift you all? Yeah, he did. And he took the story that you guys have been commenting on for years now, and he brought it to a larger platform. And guess what? He's also going to get money off of it. So he's a YouTuber now. He's a real YouTuber now. I get it. He's a joke. I get it. He's in it for he's not in it for the victims. He's in it for himself, just like Repsion, right? And Repsion, just admit it. You're pissed off that he got a fucking paycheck and you didn't. Because that's all it is. That's the only difference here. He's going to get paid a bigger fucking check off of this shit. Neither of you care about the fucking victims. You care about your fucking selves.
That can be stopped. We can stop. We can be able to stop that, though.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I got the clip. Ready to hear it?
John.
Yeah. John, hey, buddy.
Yo. One second. I'm going to play this shit.
Let's play the clip. Fuck.
Right, listen.
Honestly cannot believe that this
play that
is
shit.
happening. This is ongoing. And you can bet your honey buns that me and other creators are going to hammer Investigation Discovery for doing this. What's it like?
The network, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go attack the fucking network. What the hell did they do?
Exactly. They didn't do anything. And they're not going to.
They didn't contact him to get his side of the story here. Obviously, Repsion is the most important person in this entire thing.
Yay. He got me pretty enough. Like,
I'm trying to dislike this TV show. It's not working.
I'm trying to report the show.
Oh God! Someone just tell me to smash his fucking forehead into it harder. He'll probably do it.
Look. This is Chris Hansen right now. Right? Listen.
Mm-hmm. Your son? Is that why you called in? I swear it is. We just got a copyright claim for that.
Yeah, right. Thank you, John.
Is that copyright free? Like,
You know, I mean,
no, it wasn't.
I'm just saying. Look, what did anybody expect? Okay, look, this guy was, for all intents and purposes, you know, Chris Hansen became a celebrity because of his show, right?
Yeah.
You know, a journalist, sure, whatever. He had all these scandals. He pretty much got ousted from that industry. And she's like, "What did you think he was going to do coming onto YouTube?"
You blew Macy's ears out.
Boom, boy. Back in the game. He's back in the game.
Back in the game.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, back in the game. I mean, I honestly look. Yeah, what he did is jerky. I don't blame him one bit though. I think the whole thing is funny. I'll be honest with you. I think it's hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, he just gamed everybody. And the thing is, it's what it is. The reaction from some of these commentators is, yo, the egos are hurt. Oh, we don't get to be a part of it no more because it's going to be on a grander scale. Well, isn't that what y'all wanted from the beginning, for it to be on a bigger platform? What's bigger than national television, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more people are going to see it now. Why is it a problem now? You know what I mean? And the other thing is, it's because of the way Chris Hansen did it, because he exploited people. It's like, well, he's been doing it for like over 20 years. It's just like, why is that a surprise? You know what I mean? That's what he does. That's his shtick. Why are you surprised now? The other thing too, again, you know, why are you all so upset? You all been doing the same thing here on this platform for however many years you've been covering this situation.
Well, I think
now all of a sudden it's a problem because Chris Hansen is doing it.
I think they're upset because they're like, oh, he doesn't know the YouTube game. I'm like, you just don't know the Hansen game.
Exactly. There you go.
I mean, that's what fucking happened.
Pretty much, you know. Yeah. Boomer Hansen pulled one on all of them. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He grifted all of them. He swindled all of them. And, you know, he got
all of our hearts.
Everybody knows, hey, don't hate the player.
Yeah.
Hate the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like he created a channel. They helped him fucking create a channel, and now he's going off to better fucking things. Well, not better things, but he's going off to do whatever the fuck he wants, really. You know, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, he was never gonna root himself here. This was just a means to an end for him. That's it. Like I said, back in the game. That's all he wanted. He wanted an opportunity. Oh, I'm back in the game, boys. Here we go.
Just go watch the interview that he did on Mike Morse's channel, the first one.
Yeah.
And then you'll just be like, what? Like, it's mind-blowing. It's fucking mind-blowing.
Well, the other thing, too, is about everybody that's complaining about it. Well, we had good reasons for doing it. We were trying to get justice. Okay, well, guess what? He could use that same excuse, too. And who are you to question it?
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you want us to ask Edwin. I mean, but, like, he doesn't listen to us, like, ever. Like, I've been in his chats before. It doesn't matter. He'll ignore it. And he's ignoring my DM. You can't DM him. His DMs are closed, and he doesn't answer questions.
To be fair,
no, kid, listen.
Yeah,
it is condescending. I'm older than you. Get over it. This is my stream. I got to pay attention to the audience that I have here. I've been going to bat for you. I've asked Edwin. I've tried talking to him. I've been in his stream before. I've dropped comments. Aura has as well. He doesn't give a shit. Okay, calling him out in the stream isn't going to matter because I do not have the time to sit in there waiting for him to hit me with the fucking timeout if he even notices it. I'll call him out on Twitter when I see him talking on Twitter. That's the best I can do, but I'm not stopping the stream here to go do that right now. I'm sorry. If you don't like that, you're gonna have to deal with it, man. Sorry, but that's what I'm telling you. Go to bed.
Last time we got Edwin's attention. Attention, it ended up in the Phoenix and Lauren shit, or not the Phoenix Repsion shit. Like that's what it ended up in, and that wasn't good. Like,
like
I don't know what you think Edwin's gonna do. Like,
no, because look, that's what they say. Edwin will ban you out if you disagree with him. Like, he's hard to get in fucking touch with if you don't agree with him. Like,
some bitch bot ban me. You understand what you're dealing with, okay? This is why I keep telling you, stop trying to engage with these people. No disrespect to you, buddy, but you are a minor here. They are adults, and they will use that shit against you, and they use it against us. Look, man, we tried covering your story. We're still covering it. And what did Maya accuse us of? Well, they're talking to a child about pornography.
Yeah.
When she's accusing you of spreading CP and RP. Yeah, man, we got to play it very carefully. Now, I got no problem calling these people fucking liars and cowards because they're fucking liars. They're fucking cowards. Edwin's a piece of shit. 100%. He lied about seeing a fucking police report that said that there was CP out there. That man's a fucking scumbag. He can shove his pink hair right up his fucking ass. I don't give a shit. If he ever wants to have a conversation with me, I might be a little bit more civil than that. But no, from what I've seen, the guy's willing to fucking lie to his entire fucking audience to get a little bit of that fucking juice out of fucking Repsion and just smear it all over his goddamn face. And you don't need to know what I'm fucking implying there. You really don't, because you're a goddamn minor. Now go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Crow, yes.
And this is why Edwin wouldn't talk to us, bro.
Yeah, you just told him to shove his pink hair up his ass. Like, fucking, you know, like.
I would say if he had actually seen anything, he would know the name of the woman that was not the other person, but the woman that was associated with it, because there is one, and also the number.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing, right? I see people saying, I hate that Edwin and his crew have infiltrated so many decent communities because they just don't know yet, and it's fucking horrible. Like, man, there was someone in the chat earlier, Macy, right? I told Macy, look, if you got people dogpiling on you, just walk away from them, right?
Yeah.
If they want to engage in the goddamn circle jerk, let them do it.
Yeah, you're never going to change their mind. Don't try to change somebody's mind if they don't want to listen. Just do your own thing. Go back to your own group. Have a good time. Like, you know, like, let us fucking handle it. We're doing pretty much everything we fucking can. I think we're doing a pretty damn good job.
Like, if this was not getting anywhere, Maya and fucking Repsion and the little fucking squadlings wouldn't have blocked every single one of us and talk shit behind our backs. Obviously, we're getting to them.
No, Maya knows that we stream about her every day. You know
every fucking day, right?
Every fucking day. They noticed us. I know they've noticed us. They might be watching. Somehow fucking Gene found this thing. I did not expect him to be here tonight.
Vince Nicotra found it.
Lola, that's why? No,
Vince Nicotra found our fucking stream.
And Slug. Well, Slug found Steve.
Dude, yeah.
I blame Steve for Slug. Like, whatever.
Blame me for everything, man. I don't know. I attract crazy people and everyone hates me. It's good. I'm so glad I found you guys. At least you guys are nice to me.
Yeah, I was like, I don't hate you, Steve.
You might not.
Slug is getting a diss track from me, by the way.
Get the fuck out of here. Word?
That sounds fun.
Who's getting a diss track?
Slug.
Slug's getting a diss track from me.
Slug?
Word.
Well, a little secret. I used to actually do slam poetry.
Word.
Ooh.
So I can drop some bars.
Let's see. Okay. And again, just you know, minor who can't be named, as well as anybody else, right? If you want to, toss clips of our streams out at people. I honestly don't care if they come at us, because believe me, my own brother is a spurgling fucking idiot. Right? Yeah. The shit that he's done, the shit that he's pulled, like fucking, he took my parents' cell phones away from them and started leaking out selective fucking text messages about me. Right?
Yep.
And my mom comes into the stream like nearly every night.
Yeah.
And chills here.
Yeah.
But my own fucking brother tried to imply that my mom and me have like bad blood or some shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if some random strangers online come at me and say some stupid ass shit to me. Because to me, I know I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I'll fucking own it.
Yeah.
These idiots, it's like they can't stand the idea that they could be wrong about something. They have to be right. And then it's all going to blow up in their fucking faces and all these fucking channels sitting there sucking off Repsion right now, just getting on their hands and knees. Oh, daddy, you got 700,000 subscribers. Oh, my God. What are they going to do when fucking Repsion just takes one more blow, right? How many times has Repsion fucked up already?
Yeah, because like somebody was DMing me earlier and they wanted to know, they wanted some advice, right? And here's what I'm going to tell everybody, since you're all here anyway. You got to focus on what your goal is. And the goal is they need to admit that they're wrong. We have to clear the minor's name. We can't even say his name anymore. That's how fucking like critical this shit is, right? So the minute they fucking admit that, because that's what we've been working on about the police report, this and that. The minute they admit that, everyone's going to start looking. All right, so you lied or were wrong about that. What else did you lie? What else were you wrong about? Well, one thing at a time.
The thing is, again, it's gonna call their, quote unquote, credibility in the question. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they're afraid of the ramifications of that, right? Obviously subscriber loss. Not to mention, stirring the pudding. You know what I mean? They don't want to get any kind of backlash, right? They don't want a particular portion of that fan base, right? The anti-O to come at them hard for denouncing stuff. It's just, I see it's a lot of fear of just stuff that really won't be that bad, right? There's nothing wrong with being wrong. I mean, it's not commentary on the YouTube scene, not just commentary, but just stories in general, news and everything. It happens. Look, if a guy like Keemstar, okay, can admit to being wrong at times, there should be no problem for these guys that are nowhere near close to his level, right? In terms of their subscribership, they should have no problem admitting when they're wrong about something, or if they didn't handle something the best way, right? They didn't do their due diligence. There's nothing wrong with that.
Or if they practice what they preach.
I mean,
or that,
showing humility, it humanizes you. If you're willing to, if you can't do that, you pretend like you're fucking perfect all the time. Yeah, there are gonna be some really stupid people who think that's really cool, and then other people are just gonna get tuned out because not everyone's always gonna agree with you.
Well,
right? It's okay to just say like, "Oh, well, we disagree," and move on.
And that's what I'm saying.
Ultimately, people respect more when somebody will sit there and take their licks over getting something wrong.
Well, who was it? I think it was like I'm Alex, who like is still getting shit for something he got wrong a while ago. But I think it had something to do with rape. I can't remember. Was that I'm Alex?
Can't say it.
Yeah, don't say it. That guy. He's accused several people. He's accused several people of like sexual misconduct.
Well,
no, say ARP. Say ARP.
Grim Hates wants us to all know that Keem is #1 source of news. He is never wrong.
Except, yeah, well, he did it. He's like, I did talk.
It's not about defending Keem. Obviously, the reason I'm using Keem as a comparison is because Keem is vastly bigger than the rest of them, and even he has had to suck it up and admit when he's been wrong about certain stuff. Of course, that hasn't stopped him from continually being wrong, but that's besides the point, right? There's, like I said, it doesn't change the fact that times when he's gotten stuff wrong, he's had to, no pun intended, he's had to eat crow. No,
he hasn't. Nobody's eating me.
And admit to it. I mean, like the stuff with the what was the old guy's name, Tony or whatever?
Yes, it was Tony.
That made him look really bad. You know what I mean? But to his credit, he did do a retraction on that, right? So,
do you mean Slazo, Kenny? Slazo is one of them. Yeah. I'm Alex did the James Charles thing. He did Slazo. There's a couple. There's another. Zaptai. Zaptai was the biggest one. He got Zaptai canceled off of the platform.
Oh, shoot.
So that's pretty much why like people are scared, right? They don't want that shit happening to them.
Yeah, and he's constantly doing.
But even then, again, there's something that you
time out. Lola, is this related to the thing we're just talking about?
Yeah, I forwarded it to Steve already, but I didn't have your email.
I don't wait.
Okay, here I'm gonna put my email in the chat, and don't look up my address or the things I do online. That'd be bad.
Please do not.
Don't. You're gonna get me canceled.
Oh no.
Go ahead and send it over to me. Let's look into it.
Okay, it's just the request.
I know.
I have to follow because I have to follow up with 2 different people tomorrow. But yeah, there was also something else that was sent, but that doesn't have to do with. It's separate and nobody's mentioned it because I'm the only person that did it. But yeah, so there that exists, but it's just basically a cat incident report.
I mean, but that's the thing. That's all. Everything is just like. I want to be very clear here, right? Because like I said, we talked to another YouTuber, and his response was, "Well, they could not really know what they're referring to, yada yada yada." You got to be very clear about what these people have claimed about the kid, right? Which is 100%. This is their words. This is what they've confirmed several times. They contacted the police because they say that kid had CP. They have been very consistent here that when they contacted the police about CP, that the police officer looked into CP, confirmed CP, and that they decided they didn't want to press charges against the minor. Correct. That makes no fucking sense to anybody. We have to just be very clear about what they said and how we go about debunking that, because it kind of unravels the rest of their bullshit. And when they're willing to apologize and stop the CP claims, we're done.
It's in blood in the water at that point, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to get caught in this fucking lie. The commentators are going to smell the blood in the water, and they're going to fucking attack. They're going to be like, Repsion lied. And then everyone's going to start turning. That's how it works. They eat each other. Now, it's just Kenny and Grim. Is it Hades? Is that his name? Grim Hades?
Yes.
Okay, Grim Hades. Okay. So Kenny and Hades made good points. You should look at those, by the way.
So like,
and remember,
we're just like little
just went
piranhas.
back and did a story about the Zapti situation.
Yeah.
Oh, higher.
No, yeah, you're right. The Zaptai situation, then go down in to clear Zaptai's name of the CP stuff, and Grim Hades, Turkey Tom did as well. That's what I'm saying. These commentators.
No. Sorry, you're correct here, and I've been saying that too. One day they'll go out there and they'll make a video on it, and if you want to make fun of them for missing something that you keep telling them about, I mean, go for it then, right? But as of right now, the problem is they're not looking at it. They're not bothering to look at it, and why would they? We're all small YouTubers. Every single one of us combined does not make the sub count of even the smallest one in that little clip. Yeah. And then who are they backing? Repsion.
Hey, no, I think Toy Bounty Hunters is bigger than Augie.
He is.
Actually, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Take that back. But
sorry.
Yeah.
John, use your fucking clout for us. Jesus, man.
Yeah. Come on, John.
Yeah, see, yes. Like, what?
I believe in you, John.
John. Yeah, for real. Fucking like everything got brighter and everything. Like,
we need to get like a special like Gregorian monk chant for Steve over here.
It's the Halo theme. Like fucking, we're gonna get fucking taken.
Like, it was not easy to find, you guys. Let me tell you that. Again, if you want this stuff to actually be spread to people, spread our streams. Like, I don't care if you spread it to people who don't give a shit about us and don't want to listen. And maybe you'll convince one person to actually tune in. That's fine.
That's what I'm for.
Yeah.
Legend, use the itchy clout. See what you did, Lola.
Here's the thing. I would love it if another larger channel wanted to pick this up, because I want to get that kid's name cleared immediately. But if not, I'll go as slow as I fucking need to. I'm not going to let this shit go until they either apologize or everybody else starts going after them, because what they did to that kid is fucking disgusting. Now, am I going to stream about Maya every single day? Dear fucking God, no.
Yeah.
Right? We're not going to be in a retirement home at 90, Crow. We're still doing live streams, being like, oh, Repsion, we're on the other retirement home. We're going to get them.
Well, no, I mean, like, first off, I got other shit that I want to talk about beyond this, too. Like, it's not the face of my channel. It's not these fucking idiots. It's not going to be that. Aura, you're the co-owner. I'm pretty sure you feel the exact same way. But yeah, when there's stuff to talk about.
I addressed her and I said, if we're so fucking wrong, come and talk to. I invited her to talk to us. She's not going to. Let's fucking be real.
So you're already blocked.
I'm blocked already. I used my alt account, you know?
Or I got blocked.
I did. I got blocked. But I'm just like, please fucking prove us wrong so I could shut the fuck up. Because I'd rather move on to something else. I don't want to keep looking at all this crazy, creepy shit you've done, you know, with minors and shit. Yeah. So, anybody out there, and not just Maya, any fucking body out there, anybody, any one of the commentators, whatever, prove us the fuck wrong. Repsion, come over here, bitch. Prove us wrong. What are you doing? It's a math error.
I can go back to making music. I can maybe start painting or some shit.
I can learn how to juggle with my feet. Anything else than look at you guys in your fucking shitty past and your hypocritical fucking videos. I don't give a fuck. I'll learn how to handstand. I'll learn how to climb on the wall like Spider-Man using glue. Like anything else. I'd rather do anything than look in your past, Maya.
I would much rather talk about fucking video games, honestly, and comic books.
Fucking
and
nerd.
Yeah, no, like I would. You know, I'm not going to fucking deny that shit. I'm a fucking nerd. Like this shit, the only reason why it's so important to me is because, look, man, you accused a kid of spreading CP. Like that's going to fucking damage him. And your disingenuous cunt of a fucking girlfriend who regularly cucks you understands that. That's why she refuses to stop calling it CP, even though everybody has debunked it. And even even you yourself, the Wonder Cuck, has admitted that it was a goddamn math error, which is embarrassing on every level. But you know, like again, you don't like the way that I talk to you. You don't like the way that I say the mean words to you. Suck my dick. You guys are fucking terrible. But again, anybody who wants me to shut the fuck up, come here. I'll go there. You can talk to Aura if you feel that I'm just too nasty of a person. Whatever.
Or Saint Eve. Right.
Shut us down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, how easy would it be to shut us down? All you had to do was produce the goddamn police report 2 months ago, 3 months ago. That's all you had to do.
That you have, apparently.
I mean, you obviously have it because you said that you didn't, but you obviously did because Edwin says that you showed it to him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, which one is it?
So I'm just saying, anybody who wants to shut us down at any fucking time, Augie, even you, dude, like, please do. Anybody. Because Maya sucks, and I'm fucking tired of learning new things about her. She's been up to some shit. She makes shit up. She pulls things out her ass, literally and figuratively. Who else knows? Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I mean, look, you want to say that fucking clout chasers, whatever. Fine. We'll go onto your place and we won't link our fucking channel. I don't give a shit. What you did was fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should address this. So Five Drunks Dogs is saying, like, did we talk about the note his mom got? So his mom got a note in the mail basically saying, like, we should probably pull it up. It was basically like threatening, like, get your son under control. And it was sent to, like, his old address. Like, no one was actually living there. Yeah. Some people think that he sent it to himself. I don't know if he did or not. But if anyone, like, associated with me or anything else about this is sending fucking his parents shit or notes, or don't do that. Okay, like that's bad. Obviously, I don't know why we need to say that, but I guess just to cover our ass, don't fucking do that shit. That's dumb.
I've only got 3 things to say about it. The first is, and I trust our chat enough to say this: if any of you sent it, you're dead to me. Fuck you. 2. It's funny how whenever Repsion is dealing with some stupid shit that he's done and being called out and blasted by anybody, he suddenly has some sort of drama going on and he's been targeted by something. And 3, I don't, whatever. Like, you got 700,000 subs. If like less than 0.01% of the people watching your content are fucking psychotic, you're gonna have to deal with some fucking insane person. I'm sorry that you do.
Crow, if there was like a fucking train coming to you and I was trying to warn you, you would never let me do it in time.
I would just run.
You know, like Grim Hades.
If someone was coming up behind you to kill you,
yeah,
we
I'm
could
like,
all see it.
Crow, and you're like, another fucking thing, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you.
He's with the knife. Like,
yeah, I'm like, Crow. Grim Hades just said, "Yo, Anonymous Gene said it was him that sent the letter."
There you go.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
How
Anonymous
you
Gene
prove
guy?
No, hey, look. Is Anonymous Gene related to anybody in this stream right now? Steve, are you an Anonymous Gene buddies?
No.
Didn't even know who he was.
Lola, do
sent me
you
his
have some sort of?
Facebook. I haven't gotten on it
Are
yet.
you secretly in cahoots with Anonymous Gene?
She just roasted him.
Yeah. I don't give 2 shits about who this motherfucker is. He doesn't watch my fucking, like, this is the first time I've seen him in my fucking chat, and he's being roasted. So you know what? Like I said, if as big as you are, if less than 0.01% of the people watching your content are psychotic, one of them's going to act that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what comes with fucking fame, I guess.
Yeah. So like anybody, like I said, like don't pressure anybody to try and talk about anything, because like the more you agitate them, it kind of makes us all look bad, makes us all look crazy, makes us all look irate. So keep that in mind, you know.
Just leave his family out of it, right?
That too.
Like, it was addressed to his mom,
which is
that's
weird.
Like, that's like, well, fucking, so like, well, someone did to my mother-in-law. So, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, to
Yeah.
me, that makes sense, because basically that's the skill level that he has. He wouldn't be able to find his actual address. He would just get something that would be like, you know, really old as far as data brokering goes, and it would be that. So that's some noob shit. Yeah.
As Repsion previously said about Anesis Sarkeesian, it's horrible that someone threatened you like that, but it doesn't mean dishonest things you did are to be forgotten.
Yeah, he's playing the sympathy card, right? So
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Now whoever sent him that, if someone did send him that, sees that it's getting to him because he's posting about it. Whenever like Anisian struck a video, he'd always post about it. So if Anisian's be, oh, this gets under his skin, I'm gonna keep fucking flagging videos on him, and he kept getting more fucking angry, and he make videos about him flagging videos, and it's just like, if you don't want him to do it, don't fucking talk about it.
Crow, there's actually something in your Discord, the screenshot of it. Here, I'll send it to you, actually.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
It's in the Ravenous Hound, put it in the streaming text chat.
Okay.
See it?
Yeah, I do. Here's your girl that sent the letter. Her actual name is Mia, and she lives in Colorado Springs.
That's from Gene.
Yeah, that's from Gene.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so we're using information from Gene after roasting him?
I'm just showing you.
I can't even.
Wait, so Mia, like Mia, she's gonna flip. Mia's gonna flip if we say that. She's gonna be
No,
like,
it's not a Mia that you guys know.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't even know who Mia is.
I don't know, dude.
Now there's some shit that's all
not the one that
connected
Repsion
right
didn't give a ride to.
Well,
no,
okay.
It's not. No, I know who this is.
Who is it?
It's
She might,
it's tied in with my.
she might not be able to dox her.
Yeah.
Tread careful.
Yeah.
Well, they gave. Okay, so just so you know, that Twitter profile is. I mean, it's out there, so I'm looking at it right. I'm gonna go there and look at it right now. That's what I'm asking.
Don't dox nobody.
This is some deep shit. I'm not talking. No, but
read things before you put them on screen. That's all.
I mean, it's a Twitter handle, and it's not the Mia that you guys are talking about. So.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait, who's talking? Me talking about?
See if they're connected to Mike Morse.
Okay.
To who? Mike Morse?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got 16 followers. Let me just look.
It's gonna take a lot of time.
Or like any other intel on them.
Nothing there. Following.
I mean, what is it? Gene just said they lived in Colorado Springs, so that's on him. I disavow whatever the fuck that is.
I mean, whoever they are, they're following the commentary channels. Leafy. That's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. They're following YouTube too. Who the fuck puts YouTube on that? Whatever.
This
I mean,
is
there's-
now this proves some theories that I had. Holy shit.
Anything you want to share?
Anything you're able to share, Lola?
I mean, I don't know what's gonna, because I'm not scared of Gene by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But then if it starts, because there's gonna get a point where I know too much and I'm gonna get shot. Okay, like
Okay.
I don't know when I'm gonna get to that point, but it's gonna happen. But
Well, that's Twitter has been dead for 2 days or 3 days now. So nothing I can really say about it. Look, I mean, if that's the person that did it, that's the person that did it. Again, I'm not. If you want to prove a point, you don't need to prove a point by sending someone fucking threatening messages, period. So that's where I am with this shit, regardless of who it came from.
Whenever Mike Morse came into the picture,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that that's also Gene followed shortly after, right?
Who's Mike Morris?
The Michigan lawyer.
Of what? He's a Michigan lawyer?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, is that the guy joined up Hansen?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that guy part of some kind of scandal?
Yeah, he's being sued for misconduct.
Mm.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Multiple times.
Everyone's getting mugshots except Onision. Like fucking.
That's crazy, right?
I mean, Gene's about to get one.
So wait,
Get
are
ready.
you reading this
Get
on
ready,
Twitter?
Trey.
I need to get. I need to get.
Okay, so let me just ask: do you think Mia is connected to that individual, that Mike person,
What person? Which one?
Mike Morrison?
Mike Morse. Yes.
Morse. Sorry. Do you think that that Mia, the one that he's referring to, is related to that Mike Morse person?
Yes.
Can you tell me in which way, or do you have to not say anything?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, I forget exactly how. I just know I would have to kind of go back through when I discovered that.
Okay.
It wasn't like a huge point, but it was something that was, I had red yarn and a push pen around. Like, it was up there.
Okay. Well, again, it doesn't seem like this is related in any way to our chat, anyone in here.
But still, the message is still there. Don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, no, look, again, I like was already stated, I'm sorry that you got a threat. It shouldn't have happened. It's disgusting. It doesn't excuse or forgive any of the bullshit that you pulled. Your own words, dude. Your own fucking words. Now, I mean, as far as all that goes, right, guys? I don't think there's any reason to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Again, we'll keep covering the story. We'll keep following the situation. Lola, any updates that you get as far as it goes to this, right? Any updates you get as far as it goes to that case, please notify us if you can, if you feel comfortable with it. We do want to keep following up on it. Yeah. As far as the reason why we came here, which is the whole situation with Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen's a joke. He absolutely is. If you want to openly admit that you are so inept and stupid that you got grifted by Chris Hansen and he pulled one over on you and he humiliated you and you promoted and shilled the fuck out of his content, Repsion, Repzilla, fucking Edwin, and whoever the fuck else did that. If you want to say that openly, right, you promoted this guy nonstop and got grifted by fucking grandpa who's broke and has a goddamn mugshot. So be it. So fucking be it.
Abuelito.
But like, but like, stop this bullshit where you're fucking whining because he's getting a bigger paycheck than you are. And don't give me some bullshit. Well, I don't care about the paycheck. I care about the victims. Well, then he just did you a fucking favor. He brought it to a larger platform. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's not your problem anymore to have to cover.
And as Repsion said, it's not your story to tell. Mm-hmm. Repsion, that goes for you too. It's not your story to tell.
Yeah.
So, suck it.
Crow, you should do it at least one time. Hansen!
Hansen!
There you go.
Yeah, and I will say that I'm going to, first off, I have to pay my rent soon, so I have to do a website, but so that's going to interfere with it. But trust me, I want to get these videos out. I want it fucking over with. I want the right information out there, and I deserve the headshot. I think I earned the headshot.
I mean, you've done the work, so I mean, I'll be frank with you. I have no clue how much you charge for like the graphic design stuff. I have no clue how much people charge for that, but if you want, like, we could probably use like a intro sort of thingy for the channel. Sure. We could probably commission you for that. We'll work something out there, and if people like it, we can put your information into the thing. That way people who are interested can hit you up too, do the same thing. I think it's probably a good way of helping you out, if that makes sense. And then we'll share any information that we get. If you want to come on the stream later on, I'd be more than happy to have you on here. I'm pretty sure Aurora feels the same way.
Yeah. I'm down to platform anybody, even people we don't fucking like, For the most part. There's one person that I don't want to talk to.
Yeah, right. Be careful.
What? There's one person you don't want to talk to?
There's one person I really don't want to talk to.
Yeah, he's kind of related to me by blood, and he's also.
Well, no, I'll never mind. I can't say that.
Yeah, no, you can't. So that's two people then.
No, I'll talk to him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, tell me after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
All right,
probably
guys,
forget.
and Lola, I have the link to Lola's channel linked in the description. If you do want to check her out, she does have content on there. She should be updating it with the videos she has planned soon. So I would subscribe to it now. Stay tuned. Lola, what other ways can people go about supporting you? Because you provided us with a ton of information.
Whenever the videos come out, there's going to be links attached to that, because it'll help support a project that I'm creating and working on, so that it offers resources to help people, so that they don't get screwed over by washed up celebrities.
Sounds
Basically,
good.
yeah. And it's also utilizing so that people can understand technology more, and know when if somebody is actually like following them, or they're compromised in any way, or if they need to use it to get out of a situation. There's a project that I have that I'm working on called Untangle the Net, and it's about getting yourself out of dangerous situations utilizing particular concepts that are applied to IT, such as OSINT. So thinking in a way to evaluate your surroundings and situation, as well as get to resources.
Sounds great.
So I'm all tuckered out after ranting.
I know.
earlier.
That's why I try to stop you. But don't listen. You don't listen.
Nah, well, I don't. All right. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning into another stream. We'll be back on tomorrow with WoW Just WoW. He wants to let you know that it is just WoW, only WoW, not the other WoW, not WoW Just WoW, but just WoW. All right. Before we do that, and this will be the final time. This will be the final time that we look at our Patreon page directly. Moving forward, we're going to do a little graphic for our Patreon subs. But for now, let me just go through it. Stream on Saturday. To anyone who has been following us through I Stand with Vic, we will be having on Ari. She's going to be going over the recent Ron Toy interview that was conducted by Emish's Live on Ron Toy's latest channel, DA Talks. It was actually pretty incredible. He got slammed down on his own YouTube channel by Emish. So
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Did I say anything incorrect?
No, it's just the shade. I wasn't expecting it. It's 2 a.m. where I'm at. I'm tired.
Yes. Well, anyways, as I was saying earlier, before Aura got a little distracted there, Ron Toya was on his latest YouTube channel doing an interview, basically doing like a little chat with his co-host. And the channel's called DA Talks. And it took a little bit, but Amish finally showed up a little bit late for the debate. And I think Amish kind of crushed it. But there were some things that Ari really wanted to go over and talk about. So we'll have her on Saturday. So if you were there for the I Stand With Vic content, hopefully you'll tune in. She's got some perspectives that she'd like to give. We have some questions we'd like to ask her about the situation. And then Sunday is a very special stream. And anyone who's currently on stream right now, you're more than welcome to join us. It is the Veggie Milkshake stream.
Yeah.
What's that?
We'll all be drinking veggie milkshakes. And,
veggie milkshakes. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to be there for that.
Yeah, I do.
It's like the whole thing.
We got to address one last thing because this is being blown up in our Discord, actually.
Oh.
So
what do we got to do?
Link, send me a Discord invite.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
Toss it in the chat.
I will invite. Invite. Here, it's in the public chat, just in case anyone else wants to join. What is it, Aura?
Here, let me send it to you. I'll send it in our group chat, Steve. You can see it too.
I gotta get. All right, I might start lagging. Hold on.
No, you're fine.
Because I can send it to you directly if you want. I think. Did you give me the option to send invites?
Oh no. I'm putting in our so you could see the picture that I just sent. So this is floating around. A lot of stuff is just going on right now.
Okay. All right. I'll put on screen, but this is. I want to be very clear here. This is the fucking. So she says she contacted the FBI. Okay, fine. You know what, Maya? I totally believe you. Just like I totally believe that there's a police report accusing Colton of CP, even though that one does not exist. Just like I believe those images are CP when you are currently spreading them to other people on your own, as we've shown on our stream. Just like I believe it's revenge porn, even though it's a copyright fucking claim, because you're well aware that you consent to being recorded.
Well, wasn't there a phony FBI agent as well running around on Discord?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. I totally believe that the FBI has been contacted, just like I believe that the person claiming to be an FBI agent on your Discord server is an actual FBI agent. You can fucking suck it. Sit and spin, you fucking idiot, and your wonder cuck of a boyfriend. If he wants to keep me blocked on Twitter, it is fucking so funny that I don't tweet at Repsion at all. And yet I am currently blocked with my co-host here and our less than 1,000 sub channel. You pathetic fucking children. Just apologize to the minor that you have been accusing of spreading CP. Just apologize to him. Say that you are wrong, because you are wrong, because your fucking wonder cuck has already admitted that you are wrong. Jesus, how fucking far does this need to go? I have that. Seriously, a real question, chat. You let me know, because I'm never going to figure this shit out. But
I haven't been blocked by Repsion yet. Should I try to reach out?
You know what? Go for it. Seriously. You know, and again, anyone who wants to talk about it, really, make it very simple. If you think that myself or Aura are there to chase clout, you can meet us in private to have a conversation about it.
Which we've done. We've done that.
Yep. If you want us to be on your channel, we'll do that. We won't plug our own shit. We won't provide a fucking link to anything.
Yep.
We'll just fucking go there. We'll talk in private. You can come on here. If you can just shut us the fuck down because you have proof, you have evidence of all the shit you've been claiming, just do it. Make it very simple. Make it very easy for everybody involved, because this is so fucking stupid. And I can't believe that we're months into this situation. And the best thing that you can do is just block. It's real. These guys are stalkers from behind a fucking block.
Yeah.
Just fucking pathetic on every fucking level.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Colton? It's like going to be a year soon.
Yeah, I can imagine. But like, he could take it easy.
No, he needs to.
Yeah, he could take it easy, and we're doing what we can to handle that shit.
Okay, now this is more important. Our patrons
have
been very kind and very nice in supporting us. Here we go. Makes it easier. Actually, I didn't want to see that. Dagger, thank you so much. Brand new subscriber as of technically yesterday, but 2 hours ago, I think. Thank you so much for becoming a patron of ours. The amount you've donated has really helped us out. Five Drunk Dogs, same. Thank you again. Thank you, because we've been seeing you in the chat today. We do appreciate it. Ali, member of the Sandwich Squad. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the thingy there. I think it's funny. I think it's cute. Ali, thank you so much for helping us out. And again, we do appreciate the fact you've been here hanging out in the chat. Mr. Holmesley, name I cannot pronounce, although you sound like a character from a Cthulhu region. Zurzix. War on Corruption. I'm sorry about the shit that you're dealing with right now. On Sunday, like I said, we'll if you can, call in. We'll have you on. You can explain what's going on. His Patreon is actually in the description for this video, along with ours. But if you can help him out right now, he is dealing with some serious shit. Katie Imbro, again, we really appreciate the art that you were commissioned to do for us. These images are really incredible. We really do like the Crowbro, the Crow Bros. It's a lot of fun. Margot Inez, thank you again. Lauren S. We really do appreciate it, Lauren. I know that you didn't want your patron reward, but anything we can do to help you out, you just let us know. Olive Warrior, Palestinian Sister, thank you so much. Ravenous Hound, you are not very ravenous, and you are very, very kind, unlike a hound, because I imagine hounds are not as nice as a normal doggy would be. But you're better than both of those things by far and away, and not at all ravenous. Chris Anonymous, who anonymously donated, which is incredible. Space Beach, aka Spacey. Jonathan Murillo, Zioreturns, Origami, who's incredible. I have no clue why Origami is donating to our to the Patreon that I started for our channel, but keep it coming, sir. Keep it coming. All your money,
to get the ball rolling.
Every other patron will be going. Every other amount from the patrons will be going over to support the channel, but your dollar specifically will go to the pinball machine. Maria, the mysterious, thank you so much, and of course, Devil Hunting Nero. We really do appreciate it. Thank you again, guys, for tuning into another stream. And of course, we understand not everybody can donate, especially right now. Times are very tough. So just like and subscribe. And do help us push out the content, promote it on Twitter, push in Discord servers. I know I'm terrible asking you for the promotions and everything, but if you want to get things out there, you want to start the conversations, we go through this shit every fucking night. We're on for this one's 3.5 hours long. So there's plenty there for people to dissect and go into. If they really don't believe you, send them our way. We'll figure it out. Okay. Thank you anyways for everything. Always, always, always.
We have a fanfic, by the way.
Why would you end it on that note?
I'm just letting
you guys got one?
Yeah. Somebody made a fanfic, and we're going to be getting it when we hit 1K, so we have to read it.
Just have fun with that.
I'm not involved, am I?
No, Lola.
Okay.
No, Lola. Actually,
Maybe we can get about it. So
maybe we can get Lola to read it on stream.
No.
It's got to be you two.
It has to be us. It has to be us.
Yeah.
But we have to act
You
it
made
out.
sense do that.
Yes. Not in real life, Crow. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
I don't
we gotta
know. You're very fucking weird. You're the one who told everybody.
I didn't write the damn thing. I didn't
You
write
told
it.
them we would fucking read it, though.
Yes,
What the
yes.
fuck?
So what? Calm down.
No,
Damn.
dude, it's really messed
It's
up.
our
Like,
fans. They deserve it.
I understand. I don't think our fans want to hear about us cybering.